tech. We have to have it. Tell me when we're going, so we're on. It's magic. Yes, it's magic. Look at us, magic here, live at the LA School of Comedy, where dreams come true. If you sleep. Now, I don't sleep. And as I said, it's always nice to have everybody in the room at the same time. Because that way, when you get your tape, you won't hear ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. Come on in, give it up for Mike Moody right now, coming in here, having a seat. If this is your first time tuning in, just know that I'm Sunda Kronquist. I'm the director of this crazy, wonderful place, and our comedy concierge, of course, is Samantha Linderman. Give it up for Sam Linderman. And our scholar in residence from Duke University, Monica Naim, is here. I met another one. Would you believe this? Another, not related. Okay. I know. And then he says to me, that's what he said to me. He goes, that's like Smith. And I was like, okay. So is Kronquist in Sweden. It is. I met somebody who said to me, oh, you're from Jersey. It's Kronquist. He says, do you know Shari Lundquist? That's no connection. That's just no connection. But people do think that you know people. I love Bob. Bob Dean's going to freak out when I tell you this, because we had my daughter's 8th birthday party there at Wolfgang's where he was working. And he walks up to her and he goes, let me tell you something, I'm not afraid of you. I have nieces and nephews and I don't have to obey you, or something crazy like that. And Aviva was just like, what was that? I was like, that's Bob Dean. And now Bob, she turned 22 2 days ago.
I wished her a happy birthday.
I didn't post anything.
Well, it came up on my little birthday today.
Can you believe she's graduating college?
Stunning, too. Just like her mother.
And hey, hello there, handsome. Look at you. The Sons of Anarchy is here. You're the guy with the hand? Have a seat, any seat. I have 2 seats for purses because I work and live with a lot of Persians, and when they walk in anywhere, they just put purses everywhere, in every chair. They're saving it. I was at a bat mitzvah, and the woman said to me, you can't sit here. I'm saving this seat for my friend. And I said, okay. She said, let me see your ticket. So I said, are you the banquet manager? And she wasn't. She was a guest, and she said, how do you know so-and-so, so-and-so? And I was just like, why are you minding my business? But I was trying to be nice about it. I don't even know why I showed her my ticket, but I showed it to her. That's stupid of me. And then she says, my friends are still coming. She goes, and I'm saving this. And she made them serve the table. There's nobody ever came. Nobody ever came. You know, because people don't realize Jews, we're all different. All different, okay? Syrian Jews make Persians look punctual. And Persians make black people look like we on time. Now, you know that's some crazy shit. I went to a bat mitzvah, and there was nobody there. No, I went to what am I saying? It was a bris. Hey, as you walk in, give it up for the bris. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. Sign in with Monica or on the Blues so I can get a lineup and welcome. As we know, the Bee Gees are not dead. Because I'm kind. You get a warm welcome every time you come in. I'm dressed like a friggin' Bee Gee, if that's okay. This is a funny story. I say to my husband, I said, you know, Mark, because he had an art gallery. And I said, did you ever meet Andy Warhol? I never asked him that. And he said, I saw him once. And I said, where? He said, Studio 54. I was like, you were at Studio 54? He goes, no, they didn't let me in. He goes, fuck them. I hated that place, he said. How funny was that? Like, I was just like, oh, you didn't get it. Come in, I'm waiting for you. I'm stalling. It's called stalling, Paulin. Oh, yes, you will. We got enough Jews in here to beat your ass. You hear me? I'm kidding you, pal. We're gonna get your residuals. How can I hold you when you ain't even mine? I fell asleep on Grease. Is everybody okay? All right. I fell asleep on Grease. I fell asleep. My boyfriend left me in the movie theater. I was laying in a black woman's bosom when I woke up, huddled in between her cleavage, like. And I said, "Excuse me," because she was too close to me, and she said, "I'm trying to tell you, your boyfriend left." I said, "He left," and he left. He left. He was so mad. Come on in. The water's fine. La, 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 la. How are you doing, lady? Oh, I love that. You know that is so me. That makes me look tall. Is that terrible with other people's clothes? Can somebody get her a chair, please? Can somebody do that for me? Oh, here's one.
No.
Just take my pocketbook off.
Right there. right there, right there.
You know what's funny? We act like it really is a bat mitzvah. If you want to pay, you can.
Yeah.
You want
me not to.
I ain't saying that. Thank you, babe. Here, let's get them a seat. Well, I'm gonna get a comedy club. You'll see. I gotta find that guy.
There's more chairs over there. I can grab them.
I see the strangest things. Now, let me just tell you what's wonderful about this is that this is going to be edited. What's going on? You trying to hide that vacuum cleaner?
Oh, is it? Wait, leave that. All right,
That's part of the set. Give it up for short people. That's me. That's right. That's why I'm wearing this. And I'm hoping, I gotta tell you, I got so much going on, guys, that people are telling me, I'm like this accountant I'm working with, says to me, you're taking Venmo and PayPal, are you crazy?
How are you?
He's like, well, yeah, no, it was the, and he's like, that is the stupidest thing you can do in a business. I was like, well, yeah, sometimes that's all people have. Meanwhile, I hadn't made a deposit, and I don't know how long, because I was going back and forth, and that will screw you up. Have a seat whenever you're ready. Oh, I'm sorry, chew again. I like this. I do. I don't know what I'm going to do with it if I like it, but it would be great for, I mean, yeah, it's something to it. I know I'm just stalling here, but I'm just, because we just got over Passover, which means nothing to any of you, except that all of a sudden you're fiending for bread. Like all of a sudden there's like pizza commercials that you've never seen before, and then your friends bring you bread who work for Grubhub and stuff, like big things of bread that I can do nothing with. What I can do is tell you that this is an amazing night. This is a live stream that happens 3 times a week, and is that me, you, us, ours? Someone's outside the door. Okay, someone's probably outside the door. This is the funniest part. When you have a student and you have to go get them in the parking lot by the hand. And I wish somebody had taken me by the hand. Because if so, I would never be up here. I've had 2 people who have carried this show while I've been gone, so I'm going to give them up first, if you don't mind. I'm going to bring up our comedy concierge, Samantha Linderman. Let's get this show going. And then we get Monica, and we get this show going. Yeah, thank you.
Give it up for Sunda, everybody. That was gorgeous. This is not my first time up here, but it sure does feel like it. Because as I was watching everything happening, I forgot that we were at a show. It just felt like a family because of the tension. You know, get here right now. You were supposed to be here 5 minutes ago. But do it. But go. I was like, Mom. One time I was at the Comedy Chateau with Sunda, and I walked up to her. She was talking to someone, and she turns around. She goes, Aviva, I'm busy. That's not my name. That's not my name. I was like, shit. I love gossip, and I've tried to, like, say that I don't, you know, I try to say that, like, I keep secrets, you know what I mean? I keep certain secrets. I tell secrets of a different friend group to another friend group. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm still saying it, I'm still getting it. But I heard someone say something similar to that recently, but my point is, when someone tells you a secret, you've been chosen. That hits. And then it's like I get to experience secondhand something negative. Like I go through the embarrassment, the fear, whatever, but it doesn't need to happen to me. But then secretly, like when someone has a bad experience with someone, like I am dying to also have a bad experience with that person, just so I can go back and be like, you will never believe what just fucking happened. It was exactly how you said, but worse, you know, but worse. Passover is over. Like, I don't know if you understand, like it's, like 8 days. Is it anti-Hanukkah? Is that what it is? It's a lot of days. And there's 2 really big dinners, and they're called Seders, which means order.
That's right.
It's like Law and Order. It's really boring. It's a bunch of lawyers, and they're all like reading out of this book. And like none of us read Hebrew. You know what I mean? Like 80% of them went to private Jewish school. You know, like married correctly, you know, like circumcised, like the whole 9 yards. 9 yards? I should hope. For pregnancy's sake. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But we were all reading out of the book. And some of them are fun. You know, some of them are colorful, and on the side it's like, why don't you dress up like a frog? Whatever. This one's not. You know what I mean? This was like Old English. Like this was like, it was like raw. And it was like, it was my turn. Well, it wasn't my turn. I just kept being my turn. Like, nobody wanted to do it. There were 2 tables about 4 feet apart. Flex. But one of our family members, the patriarch, we call him Zadie, is deaf by situation and choice because he will not wear his hearing aids. You know what I'm saying? But I can't hear! Why not? Why not, sweetheart? Why not, sweetheart? You know how old people just kind of give you a little pat on the butt sometimes? Don't you wish you could do that to them? That's my dream. Not my biggest dream. Top 200. Like, it's not like a big dream. I didn't tell you this. This is so bad. You want to hear something so bad? I got wine drunk at Seder. And I did a little yak, obviously. I told my mom, I was like, that's probably top 10, top 10, top 20 worst things I've done. She goes, there's 20 others? You know? I fucked shit up like this. My family, I woke up this morning and I heard just like ruckus, and from it I created some sort of like, I don't know, I was like, oh, I think this is like real. I was like, I think my dad is getting triggered by seeing his father age, and it's bringing up this thing in him where he needs to like correct it, whatever. Like, I was getting like that at 8:30 in the morning. Like, that's magic. Like that, like I'll send you guys my psychiatrist. You know what I mean? But why do I do that? Like, let them just yell. Because it's not just a microwave. You know what I mean? It's never just a toaster. You know? And sometimes I get it, and sometimes I really don't get it. So we're reading out of the story, the big book, and it's like, God stretched out his hand, and ye shall receive it. And I see capital Y-E, so I say yay. Nobody got it except me. But it was like I was sitting on something so silly, and I had to just move on. But then later we were reading it, we still reading it, you know, and we have to read the whole thing before we eat. You know, but the idea is that we're supposed to have this like riveting conversation, engaging, leapfrog, you know, you're dipping your hand in some wine, and it's like, it's weird, like it's interactive, but everyone's just looking at each other like this. All the women, where's mom? You know where mom is. She's not allowed to sit down. Right. She's not allowed to sit down. She's in the fucking kitchen. That's where she is. She doesn't have to be cooking. She doesn't have to be cooking. She could be standing there going, is it okay? Are we okay? Everybody, one second. It's literally like an open mind. Like, it's coordination. It's a lot more than just cooking and eating. But my cousin, it was like the people of Laban. She said Laban. And my cousin Jeremy goes, it's Laban. I go, it's labia. The whole night, everyone's coming up to me going, are you getting good material? No. It's really just, it hurts to watch. It's funny because for a long time, young Jews were my audience. Not my target audience, but like the audience around me. But I never really got in there. I don't know what happened. Maybe because I was around them too much. I went to Jewish sleepaway camp for about, I know, every time I bring it up, there's a certain cold. There's uncomfortability in the room. It's intimate. This space is intimate. And then imagine it being 3 times smaller. That's what it feels like to be at Jewish sleepaway camp. You know what I'm saying? People faked having their period to have a period party. Okay. Shit was real. Shit was crazy. I'm having my first kiss. First of all, here's how my first kiss happened. So, well, here's part of it. So, we were at our, like, big camping trip, which, looking back, I don't know how I did. That was probably God. It was, like, so much walking. Nobody reacted. So, it was walking for a really long time. You know what I mean? Suna was talking about Nick's shoes and how she was like, good for the big toe. And it's like, nobody even knows how real that is. First of all, Jewish sleepaway camp is where my big toe insecurity started. I'm sitting there doing nothing. I'm trying to follow a card game that I 1% understand, and everyone's like, isn't it so fun? And I don't get it. And this girl's like, why is your big toe so big? I'm like, are you ill? Do you hear? It's in the name, bitch! Why is your big toe so big? My question is, why is your middle toe bigger than your big toe? You bitch hoe. If this was 4,000 years ago, no, I don't know time. Me and Shannon, everything's gonna be like Nick, Shannon, like, I don't know, you guys are my only friends. And I'm grateful for this place. Give it up for this place. Give it up for Sunda being back. Give it up for me trying to get back to whatever the fuck I was gonna say. Oh, if we were in, like, you know, Homo erectus time, this bitch would be getting no dick. with that deformed second toe bigger than your big toe? How would you climb a tree with that? Fucking piece of shit. What's wrong with you? Why are your nipples so big? Why? Where were you an hour ago? And why was a boy also missing an hour ago? And why are we at the water tower an hour ago? As our counselor was trying to have a heartfelt conversation about sexuality with us. Why'd you have to miss that for the water tower? So basically, we're at the camping trip, and I'm brushing my teeth into the campfire, and this guy comes up. I'm not gonna get distracted at all, because she said you don't have to get distracted, so I'm not gonna. So I'm at the campfire, brushing my teeth. Thank you so much. And Jonah comes in my ear, and he's like, "Do you want to kiss Michael?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Flash forward to the last Saturday night of my camp experience. And we get to the amphitheater because I wanted it to be fucking, I guess, dramatic. I talk about the weather for 45 minutes. Me, at summer camp. A place that only happens in the warm. What I didn't know at that time was that two instances of fellatio interactions were happening within 400 feet of me. You know what I mean? And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful because it's like, wow, I just realized that I was a part of something I didn't even realize I was a part of. I'm going to have to unpack that. I hope you guys have a really fun time after that. It's really hard to follow. I love you guys. Thank you for coming out today. Old faces, new faces. Oh my God! Get over Tasha, everybody. What the heck? You're not even ready.
Tasha counts as the makeup artist to the stars, sweetie. I'm just lucky to have her in my life.
Happy birthday, Tasha! Sit next to Angela over here. That's not his real name. I made him Italian. She's from Jersey. She's gonna do the same friggin' thing.
Jersey all day.
All day. Every day. Every day, all day. I love the chartreuse nails. They're fabulous.
Thank you, girl. You know, gotta bring a little sunshine around.
Hey,
LA's not giving it.
LA is not. Listen, I had a fur coat when I left here. And it was 90 degrees when I left New York. And that's maybe these Jehovah's Witnesses are right. But now, these are the times of the end. Okay, we are so for real. We are so for real bringing up this next comedian. Again, I mentioned that she is our scholar in residence from Duke University. But for the rest of the world, she's going to be the next hot comic. Let's give it up for the one and only Monica with a K.
Hi guys. Do you give me permission to go deep in these next 10 minutes? I'm not talking dermatologist deep. I'm talking colonoscopist deep. Just wanted to ask. Okay, you didn't have a choice. Say LA is like a box of chocolates, overpriced. Nuts, mostly brown. Anyway, I've been in LA for just under 4 months, and I'm originally from Illinois, in the suburbs of Illinois, one of those places where most of your best childhood memories were spent at a department store. You know, and growing up in the suburbs, you're protected from a lot of things, and it's very insular. It's why they call them condominiums. LA's been full of surprises since coming here. I remember growing up, my favorite color in the world was seafoam green, like the Crayola crayon. It was the color of my bedroom, the color of my backpack, everything. I came to LA and I realized seafoam was white. Another thing that surprised me a lot about LA was vaping, which was just something that was not as popular where I go to school. And so when I came here and I saw all these USC students, I was like, whoa, y'all got some cool looking kazoos. Why is this AirPods case have a blowhole in it? It looks like someone farted in a Kool-Aid bottle. In my classes, thank you. In my classes, I had the privilege of visiting a lot of really great communities in this city, like Koreatown, Chinatown, Little Tokyo, USC Village, and getting to meet a lot of people who are doing great service work in those communities. It's made me reflect a lot on my own life. I'm Indian, if you could tell by my personality. But I didn't find the cultural center for Indians in my community until I was about 9 years old. It was called the Public School Gifted Program. The only nonprofit I've ever been involved in was Hinduism. Until then, my only interactions talking with Indian men outside my family were from reacting to comments on Quora. This semester, a lot of people have been asking me, why am I here? Just as like a general kind of thing. Why am I here? Why am I here? I was actually at Cantor's in the Kibitz room a month and a half ago. I was wearing a Duke shirt, as I'm wearing right now, as I've come to realize. I go to Duke, for those of you who don't know. And I mentioned briefly in my set that I'm a Duke student. And then when I left, the guy who came up, before even starting his material, he just pointed right at me and he was like, "Why are you here?" I was like, "You're just cutting into your own time. You want a whole sandwich for this shit." Anyways, but I was in a really bad place last semester. The American South. Becoming the person of my worst nightmare. Pre-med. And it was last semester when I did stand-up for the first time, and it was amazing because I found the thing that I really loved.
Woo!
Attention. So I'm here now. And I'm here because I want to work in comedy. And I love working here. Can we just give a round of applause for this? This is so great. We've talked about so many great things here so far, like sleeping during Greece, big toe insecurity, like all the things that you don't get to talk about in school. But this is the real school. This is the LA School of Comedy. One thing that I don't like is when people say that stand-up comedy is the same as therapy. It's not. It's not the same as therapy. It's therapeutic, but it's not the same as therapy. And I get it. I get it. 10 minutes can save you 100% or more on your health insurance. But this is not the same thing as therapy, because in therapy, the drugs are legal. In stand-up comedy, you're reading off the things in your phone. In therapy, the thing in your phone's reading off you. As an ex-pre-med, I also get really pissed off when people say that laughter is the best medicine. Laughter's not the best medicine. If that's the case, comedians wouldn't have to self-medicate. Thank you. That resonated strongly with some people more so than others. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. And I guess, I came here to do comedy, but, I realized that I don't want to be a comedian because I necessarily want to be something in this world. I want to be a comedian because I'm scared of being in it. LA is a crazy place, and I love it, but it's definitely a crazy place. And I think that, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I wrote a whole bit about this, and it's I'm blanking out on it currently. But I think I'm so sorry. I think that's all I'm gonna do for
Don't
today.
apologize.
I have to Okay,
You got it.
I'm gonna end Thursday.
We didn't deserve
Wait
to
a
hear
minute.
it.
We didn't hear one thing we wanted to hear.
What?
Just one thing I wanted you to do, Cuckoo. The sex thing with the plants. Come on, just one more time for it. Could you do that? Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, sex plants. Sex plants.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know?
Hot ficus.
No, I'm kidding.
Venus flytrap.
Anyways, so I've been doing a lot of research about farmers. There are about 2 million farmers in America. There are about 350,000 people that help out with those farmers. They're called pharmacists. Farmers have a really difficult job. For all their crops, they have to be the parent and legal guardian. It's also farmer's also the name of an insurance company. My uncle used to work there way back in the day, so you could say he was the original farmer's marketer. So I'm gonna talk about. But I think the name farmers, like the job title, it's kind of boring, right? I feel like farmers deserve a better job title, like plant sex worker. Really put the whore in horticulture. So anyways, for the time I have remaining, I'm going to talk about plant sex for a little bit, and you're all going to listen. So the vast majority of plants are what are called monoecious, which means that there are both sperm and eggs being made within the plant, kind of like IHOP. Only about 5 to 6% of plants are dioecious, which means there are distinct male and female plants, which is why the gender binary can make people kind of loopy and increase chances of being annoying. So if a daisy over there wants to go fuck itself, literally, the first step in doing so is called pollination. Pollination is the process of moving pollen from the stamen, which is the male sex organ, to the pistil, which is the female sex organ of the plant. Pollen is what contains all the sperm, if it's from the male sex organ. So if you have a pollen allergy, if pollen makes you itchy, nauseous, headache, fatigue, chances are you might be a lesbian. Pollination is a really difficult task. Some plants can do it by themselves, which is like go off, I guess. Other plants need the help of a wing woman, and by a wing woman, I mean bees. All worker bees are pollinators. All worker bees are female, but they only get paid about half as much honey as the male bees do. Yeah, I know. And pollinators, the pollinators or worker bees help by moving the pollen to the egg or to the ovary, which contains all the eggs. Kind of like the opposite of any grocery store in LA. My roommate the other day was like, "Oh, Trader Joe's is so expensive. I need to freeze my eggs." I'm like, "You are way too young for that." But yeah, basically, sperm meets egg, fertilizes in the ovary of the plant, it makes a flower, or makes a fruit, an animal might eat the fruit, and then when it shits out the seeds, and from those seeds, a new plant grows, which just goes to show you in life that everything comes from jack shit. And with that, I will leave you all. Thank you. The first bit I'm workshopping for a class project. So this is like which is what I was very nervous about. So I really appreciate all listening and your feedback. Thank you. Yeah. I'm on Instagram at Monica Noreen at Monica_Noreen_. Thank you.
You get a hug whether you want it or not. Oh my God. I know. Don't you love me? You don't mean that. You don't mean it, right? Hey, you think I'm on an Addy? I should take one. Because if I was on an Addy, I'd have the spirit of Patty. Where is he? Is Patty in this place? Where is Patty? Somebody make room. Somebody make room.
Come on! Let me bathe in your love. Give it to me.
Give yourself a round of applause for just fucking showing up. But you chose to be here for some reason. And a round of applause for Monica, because that was a great song. Great. And now, a round of applause by the people who hate it when I make them applause. By a round of applause. Give it up. Wow. Just wow. What a beautiful group of people. Really good looking group. A couple shitbags here, but for the most part, a really good looking group of people. Sam was talking about her first kiss. My first kiss was at Catholic sleepaway camp. It was special. Later that night, I made Father Albert laugh so hard. He laughed so hard he passed semen through his nostrils. I got a laugh out of the setup. That's not good. Oh! Also, we had some chatter about plant sex. That's an interesting. Last time I heard about plant sex, it was a story involving Harvey Weinstein.
Oh,
Shit.
Did he have sex with a plant? Is that what happened?
He is a
He
plant.
was jerked off into a ficus or something. Something terrible. That's okay.
Ew, thanks for the visual.
Yeah, you like that? You'll never get that fucking mental picture out of your head. I realized I'm a man of a different era, with different sensibilities, you know, perhaps maybe more freedoms. In my day, you could smoke in the cancer ward. Without fucking questions. You know, there's things in this life, and I've learned it, that you should do. And more importantly, there's things that you should not do. Never order spaghetti in a Greek restaurant. Especially Delphi Greek. That's a fake Greek restaurant. You don't want to do that. Never lick a steak knife. Never take a laxative and a sedative at the same time. That can get messy. Also, never request a kosher meal while flying Palestinian Airlines. Maybe avoid Palestinian Airlines. A good idea. You know what I mean? It's good. I was a different man. I'm a man of many years. I actually discovered the clitoris in 1977. I was ahead of my time. It was a Wednesday. The providing attitude amongst men then regarding the female orgasm and consent was about the same way Kanye West feels about the Holocaust. It doesn't exist. Yeah. Okay, my Kanye West stuff is really killing. You guys are beautiful. You guys look like movie stars. Look at them. My God. You know, I was just thinking we would make an adorable throuple. Don't worry, I wouldn't be much work. I'd fall asleep early. Wow. Just a very different time. We also didn't make demands. Because you guys, it's rougher to be a human being now. Because a lot of demands are made. I lost my virginity 2 weeks after the Brady Bunch was canceled. It was a glorious time. It was a wonderful time. It was the Bush era, not the Bush administration. That came later. It's the era of big, bouncy, beautiful, bountiful Bush. You remember the Bush, and you remember the Bush. It was a wonderful, wonderful thing. We didn't put conditions on it. Women then had 2 bushes. That was it. They had a winter bush, which was a little wider. And they had a summer bush that was narrow. It's called a bikini line. But we didn't complain. There was grass on the field. It was game time. We were happy. I remember my first real girlfriend. She was a fiery redhead, a Catholic girl named Colleen Kilcunnick. And the Catholic girl took me a year to get her pants off. But when I did, it looked like she had Carrot Top and a scissor lock. I didn't care. We didn't care. I was in the promised land. My penis felt like it just got out of jail. It was exuberant. And full credit to Colleen Kilcunnick. That was her winter bush. You know, we went together for about a year. You know, I saw her summer bush, which, you know, looked a lot like Conan O'Brien and a scissor lock. But once you get the men here by a round of applause, once you got that first beat of sweet, sweet lovin', I was fucking crazy. There was fucking no stopping me. When I was 17, I got 3 Catholic girls pregnant at the same time. That's what Nick Cannon calls a trifecta. Catholic girls, pro-life, very pro-life, until I knocked them up. Then they were rabidly pro-choice. They don't want to hitch their wagon to fucking this. You know what I mean? And you know, I find it very interesting are what they call pro-life men. First of all, it's an easy position for a man to take. It's, you know, but pro-life men are kind of the bisexuals of the abortion issue. Because they're wishy-washy. Like a pro-life man is usually pro-life until his darling daughter is impregnated by an El Salvadorian fentanyl salesman with a face tattoo. or they knock up the waitress at Hooters. Then not only are they pro-choice, they will drive you to the abortion clinic and pay in cash. Changes. Pro-life men, do you know statistically most likely to own guns? Most likely to commit suicide. You know what I say? Their body, their choice. If you mention, like I know I suffer from a condition commonly known as resting, he probably voted for Donald Trump face. But the whole gun control thing, if you bring up gun control, you get a lot of pushback. However, vagina regulation is off the hook. A lot of conditions and regulations put on a vagina, you know, and a gun, if it functions properly, it'll kill, right? Vagina functioning properly brings life. That's where we all came from, right? Like there's no such thing as an assault vagina. If there was, I would like to try that. It sounds fucking hot. No! A vagina can only kill one baby at a time. That's it. One at a time. Take your time with that. And also, like, I have a son-in-law who is a gun freak. You know, he loves guns. He's a little fella. And he has a room in his house just filled with guns. And I'll say, you gotta hold this gun. This is a Glock 9. It holds 14 shots, baby. Hold this. This is an AR-14. I can put a 100-shot clip in this. And it's like, he gets horny for the gun. You know what I mean? And I've played with guns. I'll admit it. I've had a lot more fun playing with vagina. Way more fun. So I'm a little older than most of the comedians. I'm glad to have some of my peers here. So I don't have time for, you know, silly segues. But a funny thing happened to me in therapy last week. I realized something. Children are terrible people. Especially my children. Nobody treats you as badly as your own children. No. Have you met a toddler? Have you met a toddler? Their whole personality is basically falling down a lot and never picking up a check. I have a daughter who's 32 years old. She lives at home, has no apparent means of support, and has a hair color that doesn't exist anywhere in nature. It's like a crazy pastel. She doesn't like me. She has contempt for me. She calls me by my first name. Anybody here call a parent by their first name? You're not the favorite. I want to clear that up before the wheel is red. Also, I have another daughter who is a successful criminal attorney. Makes over $200,000 a year. Still on my phone plan. I don't know when it ends. Also, you know, I paid for education, and I figured I paid for UCLA, I paid for law school. I educated her just enough to look down on me, really. But all through law school, all she would say is, take it down the patriarchy, Dad. Take it down the patriarchy. I'm going to take it down. Then you know what I found out? I'm the patriarchy. I'm the patriarchy. The patriarchy is the reason she has zero student loan debt. Now she's a very successful criminal attorney. Very successful. Her last client, you might have heard of, is a man named Harvey Weinstein. So I asked her, I said, why do you represent rich rapists? She said, the poor ones can't afford my fee. Yeah, baby. Listen, I'm about to get out of here. I know. This is about all the patty you're going to get. But I just want to say something. I'm all for inclusion. I'm all for inclusion. But, having said that, how is it that a cocaine-addicted bear is the lead in the #1 film of the year, and I can't get an audition for a toilet paper?
Right.
The fucking bear's got the toilet commercial too. Damn it! You guys have been mostly mediocre, but I've really enjoyed myself, and you can find me on Patty on the Instagrams, Patty PADDYFOR COMEDY. May the least you ever get be the most you ever wish for. Give it up for Sunda, baby, Sunda.
What is all this crap? That's all they talk about. Men!
That's all she's talking about, men, and how she can't stand it. Come on down. We're doing good. Hey, we're going to let the comedy play on. Let it play with Shannon in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Bring it on.
Give it up for Sunda getting off the stage without a fall. Yeah! Nice stepping, my dear. All right, you were a dancer. What the fuck? Oh, man. Patty, father of 3 children with 3 different Catholic girls at the same time, huh? Oh. Give it up for my fellow Irishman. The Father, I'm gone. I'm the Holy Ghost. In nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Sorry. Caught that one. Oh, man. Somebody's talking about a moil in the bris. There's sayings like you never run with scissors. Like rules, right? But rules are meant to be broken, and a lot of times there's legitimate reasons why. Like maybe you're a moil and you are late for the bris. You know? Maybe, perhaps, you just stabbed your hairstylist. You know? That's possible shit. You guys think the first license plate was really short? Like Morse code short? Dot. Yeah. The Ducar is here. I think it's funny that we didn't have silent leaf blowers before we had silent cars that will run over me in the alley. How did that process of invention work out? Okay. Shit. You know? God damn, we should have electric leaf blowers. LA would be like just a lot more fun. I think it'd be fun to be a fly on the wall at Toyota when there was a giant recall because somebody fucked up some airbags and put like shrapnel in them, right? And you're just in that meeting and they're all the engineers there and talking about what they're doing. Like, you know, we got a new way to open the door, like the tread on the tires is getting better, you know. Hey Gary, how's them fucking airbags going? Just be that one dude that just got like 1,000,000 cars just recall. Shit. Patty was talking about Bush and the good kind. And whenever I hear the song Strawberry Fields Forever, I immediately picture 1970s ginger orgy porn. Think about all that red muff. Male and female. You can't even see the private parts. It's just fucking just, how are you not getting tangled up? You know? So I watched the most homoerotic movie ever the other night. Anybody got a guess what that movie might be? What? That's the one that pops up the most. But no, it's not. It was Stand By Me. All right, you guys aren't getting the reference. That's fine. We'll move on. I won't do the Tony Scott bit tonight. All right. You guys see Target getting sued? They're getting sued corporate-wide. Like, and it's because some fucking maniac in Austin, Texas went into kitchen supplies and grabbed a spoon and a butter knife and killed an 8-year-old and almost killed his mom and injured like 10 people. Okay. So now they have implemented a policy all around Targets everywhere where there are now like you ever walk into a CVS and you got to say, hey, can somebody open the sex box? You know, I need some KY. You know? But they're implementing that with kitchen supplies from chopsticks to whatever, you know, somebody can hurt somebody with, I guess. And I just find it odd that I could still walk into a Target with a 9mm on my hip, right under my shit, you know. Go into kitchen supplies, and you get this on the PA. You're like, yeah, I need somebody to open the spoon box, like ASAP. This guy's got a gun. Oh, the ironies of gun ownership. Yeah, it is a big dick thing, but if you ever have fired a gun, wow, what a lot of fun. Oh, geez, it really is. Talk about an adrenaline rush. Fucking A, man. Me and my friends, when we were really young, my friend had a sawed-off shotgun called Snookums, and we used to go out and shoot trees. Right? Just for no reason, just because we were 18 or whatever and lived in Ohio, you know. I hate guns, though. I always have. You guys know that Jesus or Jesus in Mexico, the nickname if you're named Jesus is Chuy, right? Chuy, Chuy, Chuy. And that makes me think about the Last Supper, right? The painting. And wouldn't it be fun if Jesus was Mexican and all his disciples were too? They just walk into the Last Supper like, Mateo, Tomas, Juan, Pedro, Judas, what's happening? They were like, Joey, you're here. You've been preaching the word. I saw you on the hill the other day. You know, that'd just be great. Little headlocks and shit. They having huevos rancheros for supper. Yeah, that'd be more fun. It'd be good shit. Oh man. What was a good one-liner I had the other day? Oh, hey, how did we get good ideas before the light bulb?
Brilliant.
Wheel! Fire! Shit. Other day I caught my dog drinking from the toilet, so I took a piss in his dish. Call that yin yang. Alright? If you guys believe that yin yang is a force at work in the universe, and you have to believe that old white people porn is incredibly popular with Asian teens. I live with an elderly gay couple who like to swing. And during Pride Month, they took me one time to a barbecue. No, that's not it. What do you call it? Gay orgy. That's what it was. There could have been barbecue there. Honestly, I was distracted by all of the gay sex. You know, just vigorous fellatio everywhere. All right. And if you were to ask me to describe a gay orgy in one word, that word would be vigorous. All right. The fly on the wall just kind of, okey-dokey, what's going on here? And I happened to look over at these guys on a futon, and they're guys, all right? Some of them are very large, all right? And they are pounding away, just fucking going nuts. And all I could think in my head was, that is a sturdy piece of furniture. You know?
Oh, shit.
I happened to be in the market for a futon at the time. You know? Well, I just kind of slid along the wall, looked at the label. Ham Daddy futons. Fucking good. I got one, man. I ordered it off Amazon. It's a great piece of furniture. You know? It's really. All right, time back to the room. Have a good one. you can find me puking in any alley in West LA at any random time. Also, go to Fanatic Salon, 3815 Sawtell Boulevard, Thursdays and Fridays.
Do they do hair? Do they do hair?
It used to be a salon, I guess, like 40 years ago. But,
Oh,
yeah.
I was just a baby in jail. I am so kidding. Listen, you think there's a dirt to females in comedy, think again. We've got everything happening in this room. Let's give it up for the comedy of the one and only Miho. Let her hear you.
I gotta prove myself.
Hello.
Hello.
You know, people like look at my hand and I'm married. Now I'm ADHD. I love this shit. Happy makes me so happy. So, what's up with me? I got thick thighs. People hate in Japan, so I hated my thick thighs, but Americans are quite welcome. My thick thighs. My thighs are thick. Like, I'm listening to music with my AirPods, and then I have my phone here. I gotta do something. I gotta pick up something, so I put my phone between my thighs. My AirPods disconnect. It's that thick. It's not air in it. It's meat in it. You know? It's a real thighs. Not implant. You know, I don't fuck fronts, but one time the guy I hooked up, well, he wasn't that great, but his dog was great. His dog was like pug, right? So cute, so cute. But the dog was horny as he was, right? And then the dog trying to lick my pussy, like. Then he's like, no, you can't do that. But like, I'm like, oh. Right? And he's like, stop it, that's weird. I'm like, I don't know. It's kind of cute and he wants it. I didn't force him anything. I didn't put butter or anything here. It's my just juice. I'm just living like this. I'm like, am I weird? And then 2 days after, I saw that Instagram post said that like some lady fucked dog and then arrested in Florida. So I don't know. I'm like close to being arrested. Is oral sex with dog is illegal? I don't know. I don't know. It was not forced or anything. You know, he agreed with me. So I which one I'm gonna do? I should have to decide it first. I got new shampoo. I have like really bad kind of. I don't even know what to say. It's just some sort of. I don't get anything. What's going on? I have really bad eczema in my scalp, so I use like special shampoo, and I used it. It smells like hospital, like Sada's hospital. Like when you were a kid, you don't want to go, but like you're crying, went there, smells weird, smells like old people, like, then you crying and they shot you, like that smell, right? I'm like, shit. It's like not so romantic, but whatever. I don't want to get rid of this itchiness, so I did, right? And after that, I do my conditioner, right, for my hair. It smells so good. Like I use a normal lady product, you know. So it was like Sada's hospital. One hot lady comes in, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, look at a hot lady." That's what was happening in my head while I'm showering. So my head smells like hot lady in an old hospital. It's weird. Weird mix. I often get nosebleed. Like, but nosebleed is not critical at all. If we don't get nosebleed ever, they're like freaking out. I'm like, are you okay? But I breathe for an hour, it's not critical. Like, never going to be critical. Like, but in a movie, they kind of romanticize nosebleed. You know, they're like, you know, like 11 from Stranger Things, like she has power, and right? I don't know. She breathed a whole hour and she's fine. You know, it's not like that special. Indicates nothing. You know, like it's like often like, oh, maybe I'm cancer. I'm like, no. Just instead of your nose is kind of weak and then you got a laser later at hospital. That's what I do sometimes when it's so annoying. It's just annoying. It's not that bad. It's just really annoying. Yeah. I'm kind of recovering to date in LA, trying to date. They're so annoying. They're fucking so annoying. Like, every single man is like, I do anything kind to him, right? They go like, oh, don't fall in love. You fucking have that audacity, like, thinks I'm gonna fucking fall in love to you? You insecure mediocre self? Do you think I'm gonna fall in love to you? You said, oh, I'm open to anything, and then you give me fucking judgmental opinion every single time, and I have to be nicely convince you that, hey, I don't want to judge you, you know? Like, Gen Z's TikTok is just like your Reddit. Like, they don't want to take it away. Like, you don't want to take it away your Reddit, right? Like, when I fall in love, is probably you are also falling in love, you know? Like, I'm old enough, I can feel what you're feeling. I can't just selfishly fall in love to you by myself. So, like, really, element has to stop. Oh, don't fall in love. That shit is stupid. You think you're so hard, you're not. I wish you were. I wish you make me fall in love. Fuck all of them. You know, I'm from Japan. Oh, Japanese fans. I really don't miss Japan too much. I just miss Japanese 7-Eleven. Japanese 7-Eleven is fucking heaven. Japanese 7-Eleven got everything. Food is just amazing. Like, I was living off 7-Eleven like every day when I was in Japan. And coming to the United States. Thank you. United States is original 7-Eleven. Like, we copy that 7-Eleven. That 7-Eleven is shitty. Like, I don't want to call it 7-Eleven anymore. It's like 610. They don't deserve that too, you know? It's not a 7-Eleven, it's a 10. I'm Asian, but I can't do math. I don't like math. Have anything short? Have anything short? I have a implant birth control in my arm, and I changed it. They put out the older one, and then they put a new one. And then they're like, oh, do you want it? I'm like, maybe. Should I put it underneath of my pillow so the Expranom fairy comes out and then make me dream come true? Like, never gonna get pregnant? Yeah, that's what I thought. All right. Thank you. I'm Miho Fuji. If you Google my name, I'm famous enough. MIHOFUJI. So. Thank you.
I love you, Miho. You are so real, man. You are so real. You could have been my sister-in-law.
Oh, yeah.
Can you imagine, right? And finally, he's going to get up here. Let's do it with Mike Moody, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, how you guys doing? You guys good? Yeah. This is nice. Everybody's here. This is fun. Hi. Hey. I just ran right in. That's cool. My name is Mike Moody. I'm from Richmond, Virginia. Grew up with my grandparents. Growing up with your grandparents is weird. Growing up with your grandparents the only time you get beat, and then you ask them if they okay. Like, are you alright? I hear you wheezing. Just want to make sure they learn their lesson. You know what I mean? They can never say, like, it hurts me more than it hurts. Like, they really mean that shit. Like, they really mean it when they say it. I live in Culver City, which is cool. I like Culver City. Culver City is very, like, suburban, which is, like, reminds me of home, except it's very white. And that's fine. But you know, my landlord is, like, an older guy, and he asked me to, like, you know, do stuff to take care of the house for him and stuff like that in exchange for monetary gain. And that's fine until, like, I realize I'm the only black person on my block anyway. And then I'm doing manual labor, so not a lot of y'all can relate to that, but it's weird. And it's fine, it's just, except when I'm, like, you know, mid-conversation, somebody wants to talk to me. And I'm like, yo, I don't get paid enough for this. Like, this is like slavery shit almost, you know what I mean? I feel like Beulah or something, or like Hattie McDaniels or some shit, you know what I mean? Can't give out fucking advice and also make sure your life is going well. It's just, it's a weird space. I like Culver City though. Culver City's cool. I moved to Culver City the week of the riots. Yeah, so it looked like I moved in to monitor the white people in the town. Some type of surveillance deal going on. And all the white people who, like, had their, like, Black Lives Matter signs up, they're, like, the ones who were the scariest. But, like, the white people who had, like, the Trump and, like, you know, defend the police, they're, like, the cool white people. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like it's very interesting. I feel like white people treat cops like certain black people treat Jesus. They're like, yo, he hasn't done anything for me personally, but it's nice to have him around. You know, for holidays and award shows. They killed the guy who created Cash App. You guys saw that, right? Yeah. And then, like, 2 days later, they were like, yeah, we have this new, like, federal Cash App. And I was like, yo. To have control of a lot of money is scary. Even when you're, like, a kid and you have, like, a birthday party, don't you feel like a drug dealer after that shit? You know, this money. It's $82, but goddamn it. I might call a stripper or something in here. For 5 seconds. This is not enough money. And I'm 12. But, we have a president, don't we? Okay, I was making sure. I don't even be knowing anymore. I'm always skeptical of presidencies. You know what I mean? Like, even when I was like even when like Barack won, I was skeptical and scared because I had seen Deep Impact. And I was like, yo, we don't have that much time left. The black president is scary. The black president always at the end of the world movies. You know what I'm Or it's always like some minority. Or it's like a woman. She's like, I have everything under control. And you're like, that's not a sexist joke. I'm just saying, it just feels weird. It just feels weird because you're always like, if it's not a white guy, what's happening? I don't know. Except this guy, I'm like, God damn. I trust Kermit to be president more than I trust Joe Biden. At least it's a more detailed storyline. We've built up to it. We believe in his character. I've been watching a lot of TikTok a lot. TikTok's fun. Like slightly too old to actually be posting TikTok, I guess. But I'm like, I enjoy TikTok. You know what I mean? TikTok's fun. Unless I'm doing like conspiracy shit. I don't know how to do that. But I was watching TikTok and there was like a whole bunch of cops like playing sports with black people. You guys seen that? It was like cops playing basketball and all of that shit. Or football. You've seen it, yeah. Niggas know. Real niggas know. And then it's just, it's real. It's real. It's a very real thing. And it's uncomfortable. It's a very uncomfortable thing to watch. You know what I mean? I feel like every time there's a police brutality video, they should put out one of those videos the same day. Just to even out the score. You know what I mean? You can imagine it on the news and they're like, cop shoots unarmed black man after being crossed over at the local Y. And every black person will watch the video and be like, well, did you see the way he was crossed up? This was disrespectful. But the like brutality videos on like a cell phone, but him getting crossed over by the black dude is like on a body cam so we can feel it. I'm like, God damn, he meant that shit. I don't want that to fall on deaf ears. It's weird. We know. Okay. Anybody eat fast food?
Yeah.
Cool. Bring back the room. I like fast food sometimes. I like McDonald's. I like McDonald's in like a hood. Like that's the best. Like McDonald's in the suburbs sucks. I don't know what it's about. Have you noticed that shit? Like in the hood, that shit tastes way better. You know what I mean? I like adversity on my quarter pounder. Like I don't know. It just means something. I feel like if you're going to work to escape, it's better food. It's just way better food. It's not a race thing. You can like go to Five Guys and I see like a white dude with like neck tattoos. I'm like, yo, let me have him make my shit. Like, it's just gonna be fire. He went through way more shit than Gordon Ramsay. This burger's about to be on point. How do I know that? Because he's got tattoos all the way up to his neck and he has like an unk. So he has like black kids. Obviously his big mama's black. He can't just be out here cooking anything. He's fire. That shit is fire. It's on point. How come all the black people who do security look like they would never call the police in the first place? For real. Not even just like the black ones, but you know what I mean? Like just in general. Like somebody that's doing security will watch somebody get stabbed on their lunch break and be like, yo, I got 20 more minutes. Like, I got 20 more minutes. Oh, man. Thank you. Anybody dating? Yeah, how's it going for you? Women are way better at dating apps, and women are way more forward. Like I was reading like a woman's profile. Like women's profiles are like way more straightforward. Like you know what I mean? Like I was reading one and she was just like, "Hey, I'm married. It's not working out. I just want to test the waters." That's nice. I respect that. I respect that. But women are also better at dating apps because they have like ghostwriters. They got like a team of writers. Like you hit her up, she screenshots that shit to about 8 people, and then they figure out a response. I was talking to one chick and I was like, "What turns you on?" She was like, "Intelligence." And I was like, "That's obviously an answer from the council." So you can't just get off on intelligence alone. So what do you have a dildo at home that spits out Alan Watts quotes? The desire not to desire is still desire. You're just sitting on knowledge and information. I think everybody deserves to be happy though in the dating pool. I think everybody deserves to be happy in life. It's kind of hard these days. You know, the only thing I think that's complicated sometimes is pronouns. Just a little bit. Just so people choose to express the pronoun. I know this is when everybody doesn't really want to laugh at this part, but I'm just saying. Like, what if the world ends and you're trying to grab somebody off the ledge and they're like, "Yo, bro, I got you." And they're like, "It's not bro." And they're just hanging there. And then you're like, "You will address me as them, nigga." And then you're like, "Okay, all right. That makes sense." Then you have to, like, grab them off the ledge anyway with no prejudice. I only say that because I feel like they then is, like, the hardest pronoun. Yeah, I feel like they stole that shit from the Illuminati. Who killed Tupac? Them niggas, bro. They did that shit. What happened to JFK? Them again. You already know. It's very fucking dangerous out here for us. Thank you guys so much. Mike Moody 91 on Instagram. Yeah, thank you.
Giving him a hug when I'm just trying to get up here on this stage. You know, the cognitive Angel Lobo. Let's do it, Lobo.
Hey guys, I'm Angelo. Actually, Aguinaldo Coelho Lobo.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
I gotta tell you, be really candid. When I leave San Diego, I feel like I'm in a little bubble, and I come here and I learn so much, like about big toes, about, a pug out licking me, and most of all, like after 20 years, I realized my ex-girlfriend Colleen, who she cheated on me with, she had a big red bush too. I'm like, damn, no wonder. I don't get this stuff in San Diego. So I was thinking about something because, like, I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, a little town outside of Boston called Brockton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, little Brockton, Massachusetts was home of marvelous Marvin Hagler.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how I became so resilient. And I heard family. Like, I grew up, my grandmother was kind of like the Don Juanita of the neighborhood. She was neighborhood watch. And nothing could get past her. And anybody would come and ask her for advice. And she would have this apron on. And even though she wasn't a widow, like my grandpa left, he was dead to her. So she would have this little, they call it a lens. It's like a little, handkerchief. And she would get there, and if you displeased her, you knew it, because she would sit there and she'd just sit back and wait. The frub. And if you got her mad, like I was growing up and I saw her arguing with my aunt one time. I was like 6 years old. And my aunt said something, and she said, "Oh, yeah, the mustard in the Pope's Cruz." And she goes to the wall, and she had nothing in her hand. And she goes, "And the Pope's Cruz, go see." And then my aunt's over there, "Oh, yeah, and the Pope's Cruz también." And she goes over here. And then all I see is like these black crosses on the wall. And I go, how the heck? They didn't have anything in their hands. Talk about supernatural. And somehow my titi disappeared for like 4 or 5 days. I'm like, where the heck did titi go? And every morning I get up, there's a black cross on the wall. And all of a sudden, like, I see my titi pull up on the driveway, and they're hugging and kissing like nothing happened. And I went upstairs and I looked, and the crosses were gone. I'm like, what the heck? That's how I grew up. And seriously, Cape Verdeans, it's not like Americans. You know what Americans do with savings and everything? They give you some money. They say, put it in the bank. You can go to school, work hard, and you're gonna make it. Cape Verdeans is like, here's $50. Go spend it, have fun. Pay me when you get a job. Give it back to me. You know, what you guys think of like the distillery business, we call the moonshine business. I grew up literally being groomed by my dad. He was a moonshine runner. But I grew up, and he would say, okay, there's your Uncle Joe. You're going to give him scotch. He gets Heineken. He gets Budweiser. He gets that. It was a totally different life. When I went to my mom's, she was like, when are you going to get a job? I'm like, I'm 7. What am I going to do? Don't talk back to me. It was like love and hate. My mom would be like, oh, you're so cute. And then if I knocked something over, God damn it, I must stop with that. Which meant, I'm going to kick your ass. Yeah. You know, I remember one time my mom said, which meant if I come home past 10 o'clock, I'm going to beat your butt. I came in at like 10:02. It was a wrong thing to do. And she started with me, I'm going to double buffetad. And you know, back then, this Gen Z stuff. I mean, 30-year-olds sitting on the couch playing video games all day. My mom would whip me out the door. You better get a job. And one day I said, I'm going to call the police number. Oh, there's no Child Protective Service. She said, oh yeah? And si vous cassez de quel téléphone and the matavans kis chuga. Which meant, if you don't put that phone down, I'm going to kill you before they get here. And that was the lifestyle, you know. I had a good time growing up, seeing all kinds of stuff. Then I got into drinking. You know, Cape Verdeans, we love shots. Shots of anything. But we've got grog. Grog is like the moonshine of Cape Verde. And literally, you could light it, and it catches on fire. It's like 110 proof. It's like if you got a race car, they take like, 90-something octane. You put grog in you, you're just, boom, you're back on top. They party for days with grog. So I would take a shot, and I'd come in, but one shot, I was already blacked out. I'm like, I couldn't hang with the big boys. You know, there's like an 80-year-old guy sitting there playing the violin all night long. And then you think he's out 3 days later after New Year's. And they say, get him some grog. I'm like, you want me to give him grog? He's about to die. Give him the grog and give him the cange. Cange was like a soup. And when they drink the soup, they're just like, okay, I'm halfway there. But as soon as he has the grog, you see him just, whoop, I'm like, the dude just looked like he was gonna die. What is in the grog? Oh, it's a secret. Yeah, secret. It's like a secret moonshine. I got it for sale. Anybody see me in the parking lot? I just love this group. Everybody's happy and having a good time. No. It is fun. It is fun. And it is like my therapy. Where else am I going to learn that a plant has sperm? And it comes out and it has vagina too. I would have never thought. My first grade teacher, Mrs. Osmond, she was funny. She tried to teach me. And I couldn't figure out, me and school just never got along. That's the truth. I never got. One time I was supposed to go to high school, and Mrs. Osmond said, well, you got to be in this class at this time. And I ended up sneaking off the first day. And I was across the parking lot. I was through the fence. I got over. I thought, man, I'm home free. I'm going to just go home. It's the first day of high school. And this truant officer just pulls in the parking lot. So I've been watching you for the last 20 minutes. You look like a fool. I'm like, what are you talking about? Yeah, you jumped the fence. You went in the thing. Why didn't you just walk across the street? I go, oh. He puts me in a car, takes me all the way back. And Mrs. Osmond says, Angela, what are you doing? It's the first day of school. I said, I don't want to be here. I'd rather be at the arcade. She says, well, I got to suspend you. I said, wait a minute. I just jumped the fence. I went across the parking lot. I was going home. He brings me back, and you're sending me home for 3 days anyway? What the frick? Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, I'm in America. What are you going to do? I mean, the education system is great. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I learned work and make your money. Work and make your money. By the time I was 15, I realized I wasn't working and I wasn't making money. And so I had to figure something else out. Started selling pot. That made money. Yeah. Right? It was like, hey, this is easy. You take that, give me money, and I'm good. But anyway, the American way is work and make money. I was going to tell you guys something else, but it's really quiet. It's kind of like my dating life. I've given up. I don't want to do any more of this bumble this, right swipe, when can you meet, when can you not? You know what? Forget it. It's over. We're all in this bubble, and it's not going to work. I like the old-fashioned way. I go up to a girl, say, hey, what's your name? Where you been? But they don't even. I don't see your app. Where's your profile? You're not. Your profile's not on here. Give me your Instagram. I want to see where you come from. You don't see my Instagram? Go to my Instagram page. I'll show you. Everything's there. I killed 4 women last week. You like that? How's that gonna work? No, I think it's gonna be good. We're all gonna come back. You know, COVID's coming back, but I feel really weird. And this is the truth. I'm driving and I see somebody at a light and they're still got like 4 masks on, and they got their gloves on, and they got an Arizona plate, and they're just looking around the corner like, where's COVID? I know it's coming around the corner. COVID's here. And then they zoom through the light. It's like, they're literally getting away. I don't know, man. The world's crazy, but I'm glad I'm here. Yeah. Thanks for having me. Thank you. I love you. Have a good time. Sunda's back. You can find me on Instagram, Aguinello Lobo. Aguinello Lobo.
Right. Agenello. Oh, wait, too many L's.
Thank you.
Aguinello.
There you go. Watch out. Watch your step. See? That would be my luck. That would be my luck. But we are going to keep on thinking with Lincoln. Let's do this.
I love it when she rhymes my name.
I love it. It's better than Stinking Lincoln. That was, police used to call me that. Yeah, whatever. Little did they know. Mijo, I love your accent so much. Like, when I heard it, it makes it like funnier. Like, anyone else here, like, nose breed? Anyone else was hearing that? I was like, it was so good. And the second one, you said iPhone in love right there. And I was just like, low key, I've had my iPhone for like 2 years. It really is the longest relationship in my life right now. Me and my iPhone. So that in that way, it was accurate. But up here, I should be honest, right? Like, comedians should be honest. Like, should I be honest? Sorry, that's a question. I should be honest, right? Okay. When I walked in here, my man, I complimented that beautiful coat. And then you told me back, and what did you say about the coat?
It was my dad.
It was your dad's, right? And this is when the intrusive thoughts. Like, I was like, I wanted to ask him, like, oh, it's so nice of your dad to lend it to you. But I'm like, this motherfucker's dad is dead. Like, I was like, there's no way, right? Like, isn't that, I don't know, like, I think, is your dad alive or no?
He's dead.
He's dead? Okay, got you. Yeah, so anyway, you guys know about, weird segue. You guys hear about the Trump indictment?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, right? He's finally getting prosecuted. I'm happy he's prosecuted, but like my first thought when I heard this, right, is this $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels to cover up having sex with her. Was like, this is like a self-proclaimed billionaire, right? Spent billions on his campaign, and he paid her $130,000. And I'm like, maybe this motherfucker is a good negotiator, right? Like, holy shit. I mean, this is amazing. $130,000 versus $2 billion? This is a woman who could have sunk him. Only $130,000, that's amazing. Loki, I don't even know why the fuck he hit it. Honestly, if I would have known about this, I maybe would have voted for the guy. Because I feel like it was a good whatever from calling me. It might have. All right, something else in the news. You guys hear about the Washington Commanders getting sold for $6 billion? You guys heard about that? Yeah. Yeah, man. I gotta say, I was a little frustrated. I feel like they shouldn't just be able to sell the team. I think the Washington Commanders should have to sell to the people they wronged. Like, I think the Washington Commanders should be forced to sell to the Redskins. That's right, Native Americans. I think that's the way to go. Because it's terrible. I feel like Native Americans have been through so much. And the reason I know that they were really hurt more than any other oppressed people, because they're the only people without a food. Right? Am I right? Have you guys ever been to a Native American restaurant? No, right? And it's like other people who are oppressed, they have a food at least, right? Like, you for that delayed laugh, man. Right? It's like Armenian people, right? They went through a genocide. They got Armenian food, right? Black people went through slavery. We got soul food, right? Jewish people, and they've been through a lot, right? They got a food. It's not good, but like they got it, right? And so, so like Native Americans, we rape their culture so bad they don't even have a food left. In fact, if you think about it, the one food that they did have, maize, aka corn, what the fuck did we do with that, huh? We turned it into syrup and we put it in everything. That's right. The one food they had, we decided to put in everything. It's fucking terrible. It's not just that, man. I see something damn near every day that reminds me of what Native Americans went through. I don't know. It's whenever I cross the street. You guys know crosswalks? Yeah. Right? What is a crosswalk? What is it? It's a white man sitting there, just walking, right? And what's right afterwards? It's a red hand going, stop. Right? That's what it is. It's a white man walking, and then a red hand going, stop. And to me, this is just a perfect example of what built America, right? Like, how fucking terrible is that? Like, he might as well just be going, stop, white man. But he doesn't listen, does he? No, 30 seconds later, it switches and he starts walking again. The only way to make it more fucking accurate is if the white man was also coughing and carrying, like, blankets full of smallpox. That's the only way. Then it's, at that point, it's a fucking chapter in the history book, I think. Yeah, man. What else was I going to say about Native Americans? No, that's it. Oh, one more. So I don't know if you guys heard Trump or DeSantis just signed the 6-week abortion bill. It's crazy. Like, a lot of women don't even find out they're pregnant by the time that they're not going to be allowed to have an abortion in Florida. And, you know, when I heard this, I thought to myself, I'm like, if I go to Florida, I'm going to just start wearing a condom full time there. Just at all times, I'm just going to have a fucking condom, you know? Yeah, anyways, that's my time. My name is Lincoln. Oh, you can find me at TikTok, Lincoln.comedy.
Lincoln, you are the child I never had. But you know what I'm going to do this time? I'm going to do something crazy. I'm going to do some back-to-back Nigerian shit tonight. What do you think about? Oh!
no. Sorry.
Hey!
Hey!
Patty! Trip down the mic.
I know. That's...
And you missed that one.
I saw that.
I know. But did you see me? I was holding on.
Yeah.
I was holding on.
Had the mic pretty good.
I can't wait to see what Schneider says tonight because I know he still wants masa. But first, let's bring up the comedy of Anye so we can get him to sit still. Let's do this, Anye. Anye, superstar. Oh my God. Anye.
No, you can take it.
Alright, people, what's good?
What happened?
That's good. Let's see what alright, let's see what I want to talk about. Alright. A lot of people talking about dating and shit today. Speaking of the 7-Eleven being trash out here, you're right, because it got bought by a Japanese company. And, it was a long ass time ago. I was faded. I ordered some shit from 7-Eleven, and I was like trying to justify ordering it. I was like, let me look at this business on YouTube and watch a documentary so I know the company I'm supporting. I was like, oh shit, they got bought out. They used to like sell milk and shit. They used to be like a whole store for the community, and then like they were struggling financially and they was taking shit out the store, and everyone was like, nigga, what? I came here for all the shit that you had. And then the Japanese company was like, yeah, we fuck with that idea. We gonna pay you to give us that shit. And the niggas sold the bag. They sold the bag. GG's in the chat. I want to visit the Japanese one because I heard it's fire. But also, I don't want to end up in foreign jail for smoking weed and being high at 7-Eleven. So may not happen. Let's talk about stuff. One of my homegirls, she talks to gentlemen in a different bracket than me, and I really understood this when she was talking about like how in life, like she would just text dudes like, oh, you know, I just paid my student loans and this, that, and the other, like, you know, da-da-da, just telling him about the money she's spending, and the man would send her $1,000 or like $1,500, and I was like, if a girl ever told me that she needed $800, the only thing I could send is thoughts and prayers. Like, I can't do nothing for you. Like, I can't do nothing. Can't even do it. It's just gonna be that for us. That's just. Well, how much you need? 800. Father God, send her $800. Some way, make a way. Guys are interesting, man. Us guys, I don't know when this became a thing, but it reminds me of like, I don't know if anyone ever used to watch, like, there was an episode of this show called That's So Raven, and she took a feather from this African exchange student, and then, like, the next day she came, she's like, oh, thank you, like, for the feather, and then he was like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow. She comes tomorrow, and it's a whole wedding at the school, because the feather was, like, an unsigned, like, agreement to marriage, right? And I was like, that sounded so wild to me as a kid, like, seeing that, but then, like, growing up, I'm like, oh my God, this is real, because, like, the homegirl was like, yeah, I went on a date with this dude, and I was at the table eating my food, and he's like, you know, it's just like the unsigned agreement. Like, now he expects, you know, whatever. Like, he's like, oh, so you know we finna go back to them. I'm like, whoa, what? Like, she doesn't even know that she ate herself. Like, did she even order enough to quantify for the, I don't know. It's just crazy. Like, how do you just eat? Like, you're just eating food comfortably, not knowing that you're. It's scary. I don't know. I'm glad. I don't know. Sometimes girls' lives scare me. It's crazy. Crazy shit. Think about it, guys. That is essentially what goes on in life. Speaking of food, I've realized I'm actually like. How do I compare? I'm like the anti-Gordon Ramsay. Like, I do not send shit back ever. Like, I never send food back. Like, nah, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, no matter what, like, it's even if it's bad. Like, they give me some chicken and it's like uncooked. I'm like, oh, this like the sushi chicken. Like, I'm cool. Like, it's something different. I want mixing it up back there. Like, I love it. Y'all just trying new things. Like, I love it. No, you're really creative. Everybody's so creative, as you said. Everybody's so creative. Nah, that's really funny as hell. Bro, TikTok is addicting, bro. I gotta stay off that shit. You look at your phone and look up and the whole day gone as fuck. Like, what the? What? I only saw 3 videos. She's crazy. She fucking insane. I knew I wasn't good at doing like you already laughing, bro. Chill, I'm not bad at all this stuff. Alright, listen to what I'm saying. I can say I'm not good at doing triple backflips. Like, oh, we're not either, huh? Humbling. Don't laugh till you know what I'm saying. No, I'm kidding. I realize I'm not good at like doing like for lack of a better word, like nigga shit or fuck nigga shit. I can't. I don't know. It's tough. Like, I don't know if y'all ever been in a situation like you with a girl, things go left, that y'all break up, and then you try to like establish that last link up. Like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna come through and like let me get something like I left at your crib. Like, let me do that, right? So like, past relationship, I left my do-rag, right? My favorite do-rag. Like, oh, bet, smooth. I'm finna go get that. I was like, hey, yo, she's not even trying to bother you for real. Like, let me go get my do-rag. Let me just come pull my shit, get my shit. Like, what are you stupid? Let me come get my shit. She's like, all right, fine. Like, come around 8. I'm like, oh, 8, bet, she with it. So I get a haircut in the morning. I'm getting fly, got a fit on. I pull up, you know, sweats, joggers, hoodie, you know, something, the usual, you know, easy access vibes. I pull up, I get to the door. I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo. She said, text me when you get there. But I was like, nah, I'm just gonna pull up, watch at the door. Nah, nothing. Nothing. I text her, yo, I'm here. Then I call her. I'm like, hey, yo, what's good? She's like, hey, what's up? I'm like, yo, I'm at your door. Like, where are you at? She's like, why are you at my door? I was like, I'm here for the stuff. She's like, oh, yeah. You don't see it? I said, I don't see it. She's like, yeah, it's on the porch. I look, and it's in a bag on the porch, my stuff. It's in the bag. I said, where you at? She said, I'm babysitting tonight. I said, oh, you're not even here. Good move. But see, I can't let her know she did a good move. She tried to outsmart me. So now I gotta get mad about something else. You left my do-rag out here where it could get stolen? You niggas, you left my do-rag out here unsafe? Anybody could have took this do-rag. Like, what the fuck you so inconsiderate, bro? Like, that's why I don't even like you, bro. That's why we broke up in the first place, bro. Like, you know what? I'm leaving, bro. Just bring my do-rag, bro. Just bring it back to my house, bro. Just bring me the do-rag, bro. I'm leaving it here. Just bring it to me later. You got her. No, I'm not good at it. Like, I'm too predictable. Clearly, she knew it was. I had no reason to be there. I had no reason to be there, man. Oh man, guys, I don't even know what to be talking about, bruh. School is weird. I'm still in school. I'm getting my MBA, bruh. I guess until the money come, I don't want the claps. I gotta have money. I don't know what the bag that awaits me in the future. We're looking forward to it nonetheless. But one of the best parts about doing school is finishing and being done with it forever, because group projects have just really. I didn't think I disliked group projects, right? Because I'm real sociable, bro. You see where I'm at, bro. We are here. I talk. Presentations is It's me. I'm here. We with it. I've done presentations on shit I've never seen before. I ain't even seen the slides. Now I'm up there like, okay, so this is the first one ever right here. This is the, yeah, it says talk on the wall. This is an open mic. We do everything here for you. It's an open for the mics. But man, this semester has been whooping me, bro. Like the way these people are just so. I can judge a group that I'm in based on where I'm at. Like, if I'm the worst in the group, we are doing amazing. All right? If I'm the worst, we are exceptional because I'm a procrastinator, but I get my shit done. All right? But if I'm leading the group, we are failing because it's bad. We are looking very bad because I'm not going to be the one to tell niggas do their work. I'm like, bro, I'm just going to lag and do my shit, but you're not doing your shit, and it's just not going to get done, bro. We're going to get to finish. This shit's stressing me out, bro. And all these people have my number. That's the worst part. They have my number, bro. I'll be like, living my regular life outside of school. Like, I want to keep school and life separate. Like, I want to enjoy life and school separately. But I'll be living my life and they text me like, yo, Anya, can you send me? No, I'm happy right now. Leave me alone. I feel like I'm always like the ex that got away when school texts me. Like, when anybody texts me anything about school, like, leave me alone. I've moved on. I'm happier now. I don't need you. I want to be done so bad, bro. Like, I'm literally about to go home and do a paper right now. So whatever couple seconds I have, you guys can have it to the room. It's usually like 12 seconds. It's not enough. But Anya, bless you, number 5E.
We enjoy you. Is this a reset room? Watch the camera. Watch your heads. Watch your heads. Everybody's coming at the same time. Not on my sheets. That I found on my sheets. Those little skid marks. I said to my husband, you gotta wax. You know what happened to me? And I'll never do time. Somebody stole my bra at the massage place. And guess what? Chinese. Who else had little titties? Nobody has ever stolen a bra from me in my entire life. And I wanted that bra because it fit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're small, it's hard to find things. And it was like the kind that snap in the front. Although it did come off on a podcast once when I was talking. I was like, oh, and nothing happened. And nothing happened. And I was just like, oh my God, nothing happened. It was really scary. But you know something? I know I keep talking and my mouth will get a little wider. So I'm going to give up the mic to the comedy of David Schneider.
Thank you. Hey. Well, just turned 65. Yeah. Well, thank you. I gotta tell you something. For the last 20 years, I dreaded every birthday. You know, constant reminder of growing old and shit. But not when I turned 65. I'm gonna tell you something. It was a blessing. No bullshit. You know why? Because I found the one thing that made me realize turning 65 is a gift from God. Medicare. And thanks to Medicare, I get to see doctors for free. I'm seeing doctors I never would have dreamt of seeing before. It's like I'm ordering off a free menu. Let's see, for the appetizer, I'm going to start off with the laser mole removal. Bring for the whole table. For my entree, is it fresh? Is the echocardiogram, is that fresh? What does it come with? Oh, dare I say room for a colonoscopy? Oh. I feel like such a pig. I mean, just had one last week, but they're so hard to resist. And old Mikey, I can't play golf next Thursday. Pap smear. I don't give a shit. Let my gyno figure that shit out. I gotta tell you something, is that I feel great physically, but I notice I'm starting to do some old people shit lately. I recently purchased a magnifying glass. Yeah. How many 20-year-olds you know got a magnifying glass? No teenager ever got one for Christmas and said, how'd you know? Oh, I was worried it was going to be something boring like an Xbox, but now, I could have hours and hours of fun reading the laundry instructions on my shirts. I no longer change the channel when a commercial comes on for reverse mortgages. I'm intrigued. Here's the crazy shit. I don't even have a mortgage. But by the time the commercial's over, I want one. Just so I can reverse it. And you know, the way reverse mortgages work, you get to borrow money off the equity of your home. You pay nothing back while you're alive. The bank has to wait for you to die and sell your home before they're paid. So I did it. I did it. I did it just so I can go to my bank once a week and see the manager's disappointment. I'm not dead. He's offering me cigarettes, fentanyl. Sometimes for kicks, I'll go there, grab my chest in front of him and starts going, oh, my heart. It's just gas. I'll tell you another thing that makes me feel old. When I see a picture of a guy in a box of Depends, and I realize he's younger than me, makes me think, any day now. The thing about Depends is the first time you need Depends, it's very similar to the first time a girl needs a tampon. I mean, you're both unprepared, right? And scared as shit when it happens. You know, I picture like my father comforting me, kind of like the mom in the tampon commercial, like, son, we have to have the talk. He goes, it's nothing to be embarrassed about, it happens to everyone. I mean, happens to everyone, and I completely fucked that up, isn't that funny? Oh, yeah. It's a rite of passage, son. It means today, you are a man. A very old man. I recently found out I have high blood pressure. Fuck. I was at the pharmacy and decided to use one of those free blood pressure machines. You know, everyone looks like you're sitting in the middle of a video game or something. Had no idea what the numbers meant, but I knew it was high because after it gave me my score, it asked me to type in my initials. Second highest. First had to be cheating. I mean, you don't get those kind of numbers without salting. Even my doctor said I'm starting to show signs of old age. My test results came back, confirmed. I'm still using Facebook. I like Facebook. You know, I get these birthday reminders of friends, close friends, and everything, and I get to wish them happy birthday. And sometimes when they attach one of those charitable fundraising requests, I get to tell them to go fuck themselves. I mean, thanks for making me feel like shit that I didn't donate to save the kittens in Ukraine. So, I'll tell you one thing that I don't like about Facebook. I always get confused as to which emojis to use. Like when somebody posted that R. Kelly was arrested for abusing young women, I clicked like as to say, way to go, police. You know? But then I see other people, they posted the angry face emoji. I'm thinking, oh shit, maybe that's the one I was supposed to do. Maybe by clicking like, it looks like I'm giving a thumbs up to R. Kelly. Like, way to go, R. Keep up the good work. It's nice to see music's not your only passion. And if that's not confusing enough, I didn't realize that some emojis have double meanings. I had no idea. Like, what my wife does is she does these ASMR relaxing videos for YouTube. And because she's a female, she doesn't use her real name, that ever talks about her history or background whatsoever. So I was shocked when some guy replied with an eggplant emoji, which I did not know an eggplant emoji also represents a penis. I'm thinking to myself, with all the precautions she takes, how the fuck did this guy know she's Italian? Right? I'm thinking, I gotta be honest with you, I thought it was kind of sweet of him to make the mention, but I figured he must be Italian too, so I sent them one. All right, that's my time. Finally nowhere.
He wants to be a matzo man. Schneider, we love you. Give it up for Schneider over here. We love Schneider. We love to have women in comedy. We still have one. Let's give it up for Lana. Lana, come. Look at this drink of
Hi, everybody. How are you tonight? Nice to see you guys again. How are you, Patty? Patty. Have you been talking to my ex-boyfriend? Because I haven't heard assault vagina since. But that's because I'm Palestinian, right? So that was a term of endearment at the time. But yeah. Anybody seen recently this video about the Dalai Lama?
Yeah.
The Dalai Lama, for those who have not seen it, was at an event where a young boy came up to greet him, and he kissed him on the lips and then proceeded to ask him to suck on his tongue. Yeah, they're pushing this down, but I didn't know. I didn't know the Buddhists were jealous of the Catholics. And then I was thinking, I saw 7 years in Tibet. When Brad Pitt went up to Dharamsala to film that, was the Dalai Lama just walking around confused? Like, what's going on here? And people were like, we're doing the movie thing. We talked about this. He's like, what? He goes, 7 years in Tibet. He goes, no. I said we need more 7-year-olds in Tibet. There's no way to get up here. They're not going to get up here by themselves. We're not having them. But it's disappointing because, Buddhism is just, I love the teachings of Buddha and I love the teachings of the Dalai Lama. So it's kind of like, where do we go from here? Where does a angry Palestinian Muslim go with her belief system? Because, I believe in God and I believe that God exists, but I also believe that God probably would have told all of those guys they shouldn't have fucked with kids. Okay? Like that's the God that I believe in. So hopefully we all believe in the same God. But yeah, we were dating. We've all been commiserating about our dating. I loved your stories. I love men, but I'm gonna have a frank talk with some of you guys, okay? Because y'all are fucking this up for yourselves really badly, okay? Because I was off the dating apps. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do this. I need to take a break from this for my sanity. And I decided, I got lectured and I was like, wow, how are you going to meet somebody if you don't put yourself out there? So I'm like, okay, fine. I go back on Hinge and did you know that 100% of straight men have the same love language? Do you want to guess what it is? So the 5 love languages are acts of service, words of affirmation, quality time, receiving gifts, and physical touch. So yes, 100% of men on dating apps have the love language of physical touch. Thank you for sharing. Very important news with us. Thank you. Of all 5, 100%, statistically, you know how impossible that is? There's 5 guys, okay? You could have just had a meeting and said, let's just try to do an equal distribution amongst ourselves, just so it's more believable. Every single one of you. But if I put that my love language is receiving gifts, I am undateable. I don't see the problem with that. You want to be touched? I want to have my bills paid. Why is this? Because would you walk up to him at a bar and be like, hi, I'm James, and my love language is physical touch. Can I buy you a drink? Absolutely not, because I would think you're going to roofie me. Okay? So why would you do it on a dating app? You shouldn't do it. Just keep things to yourself sometimes. Right? Act like you care about us, like you care what we're thinking or what we like, not just your dicks. And that's because, you know, I'm trying to find a way to bridge this gap because, again, I want a man and I would like to, I don't know about procreating, but I would like to, you know, have a partner in this life. So I was raised to believe that when it came to men, we should focus on the 3 Ps, which are protect, provide, then procreate. Okay, obviously you guys just have it all reversed. But you know, and I'm meeting these guys who are more interested in 3 different Ps, which are penis and pussy and pulling out. But what am I going to do with the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of the day? Obviously work, right? Because I have to take care of myself. Because you're not gonna. So you know, and it's not, and it's not just like about money. It's not about that. It's really about, I want somebody to be turned on by the same things I am. Like retirement. Right? Like I'm like dating now for me, it's like it's not even a good contact sport. It's just like, put the money in the bag now, okay? I'm fucking tired of shit. God damn it. They told me my shit. Fuck feminism, okay? We weren't supposed to be working this hard. Fuck this shit. Okay, I got an engineering degree. I went and I've been in every male-dominated space there is, okay? And still want a man. I don't know how, okay? I really don't, because like, that's how fucking straight I am, people, okay? That's how, although, you know, the assault vagina can give off some aggressive vibes. But like, that's when I think about it, I go, how are you guys fucking this up for yourselves? Like, there are so many women that want that just want a man who treats them right, who wants to take care of them, who wants to do all that. And you guys are just worried about getting some head. But then I want to get this bread, right? Just disappointed. Just super. I came here tonight listen, I'm not even in my villain era. I'm in my cunt era now. Okay? Yeah. And because I don't even want to be like that. I want to be nice and sweet and soft life, like all these girls say. But like, as tall as I am short on a lot of things. And they are patience and time and fucks to give. So I can see why, you know, I don't give men the warm fuzzies. I know, I get it. But I will have my 401k popping. Okay? And even if you're not gonna help, okay? So don't ask me to pop my booty. Because I'm too old for that shit. Okay? If I try to pop that, I will fuck my back up and my hip. Okay? I just want a nice guy who wants to be available for me all the time. Okay? What's wrong with that? Okay? All the time, but also be working all the time. Yeah, because what are you doing? You should be working, right? But like, you have to be available all the time. It's not that complicated, guys, okay? It's not. So yes, I'll remain single. But you will catch me on Hinge being a general cunt. Thank you. On TikTok and Instagram at the Lana Salah, S-A-L-A-H.
Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Just to make us feel good about it, all right? I love it. I love it. I love it. And I just love this room. And I love that my makeup artist is here looking at me saying, girl, you look like Betty Davis. You're right. You're right, though. I can't sing. I can't sing. I can't like this, and I got mascara in my eye for the first time, a drop of it, and I was so scared. It's never happened. Has it happened to you, Will? Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Let's give it up for Will. Come on now, Will.
Sorry, Will. I
didn't mean to be like. I was just all up in Will's face. Sorry.
Yeah, she was a little.
Not your fault, Will. You didn't do it to me.
She knows I provide. That's why. I mean, everybody knows Tony Hawk provides. You know, I do well. But when I'm not being mistaken for a BG, as she says every single time.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I get a lot of. I'm trying. I get a lot of, oh my god, that's Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, how...
You're famous.
I got a lot of fame in me, and you might know me as Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai. Oh, shit.
Okay.
Or
I see it.
you see it? The old guy from Cobra Kai. He was cute in Karate Kid. But, getting a little long in the tooth. But I provide.
We love to see it.
And I work. Oh man, I'm supposed to stick to my material. You're always saying, you gotta work that 5, gotta work that straight 5. And
You have it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Then have fun.
But I'm having fun. Alright, I'll go all backwards. Alright, instead of at the end, I'll go at the beginning. You can find me at Will Cable, WILCABLK, on Twitter, on I'll be at Flappers on Saturday. So you can see me there. Yes. Alright, I like this backwards. So how about I'll start with my wife. My wife. Boy, she's forgetful. But, no, she is the most loving, caring, Charles Manson obsessed person I have ever met. Yeah. The other day, she was in the kitchen, just, making a sandwich. And she paused and goes, do you think if I were in Southern California in 1969, I would have been in the Manson family? I mean, what do you say to that? Except... yes, honey, I really do. And she liked it. She got a big smile.
Oh, no.
I mean, she might kill me in my sleep, but that's love, man. See, death, love, sleep. That's all you can do. Oh, man. My wife, was a lot like my father. My dad was a Navy captain. They don't hear the word no much. No, they have a crew of yes men. And it's 70 of them. They spend all day getting told yes. And they come home and they have one yes man. Moi. The phrase that I cringed growing up hearing was, son, I need your help for a minute. Those are some fucking long minutes.
Facts!
One time he was like, son, I need your help for a minute. And I was like, all right, we're going to hand dig this well. For real. Yeah, come on, out by the barn. I'm like, what is this, biblical times? We have running water, hot and cold. And hand digging a well is not as easy as it seems. It's really not. It's a lot. Hand auger. It's a lot. But I guess it did help me because I went off to college, and when it came time to proclaim a major, I said, whichever one, I don't have to hand dig a well. And they said, that's geology. The geologist tells the guy where to hand dig the well. And I said, sign me up. So I was able to come out with a geology degree. Yeah, right? Who else knows a geologist? No, none of you. And you.
Yeah.
Besides me?
Yeah.
All right, wow. I have never gotten that response before. Now you know too. Came out with a geology degree and I ended up in therapy. Will happen to you when you have a Navy father and are a geologist. Because what attracted me besides not having to hand dig the well in geology is you walk around the woods and you drink beer, smoke pot, and eat acid. You do. You make maps at night, and it's all one blur. But you might come out a little confused. What did I do? I ended up in therapy. You become I guess normaler. And then you go to group therapy where you're gonna sit with other people, you know, who you're all ready to be normal together. And you sit down and you go, oh my God, what a bunch of losers. I'm going backwards at this point. All right, let me go over a few of these people. All right, Alex, what did he have? That borderline personality disorder. I mean, the guy thought everything was a big accomplishment. I mean, he congratulated himself for wiping his ass correctly. Oh, no. I was just like, oh my God. Alex, just eat some ecstasy and you'll be fine. You will be fine. Jill was in there because she was going through a rough divorce. Same solution. Eat some ecstasy, Jill, and you will be happy.
Yes.
It will be. Tony, and actually I like Tony, but I didn't know why Tony was in there. He sat down and goes, look, I'm doing ecstasy all the time. Yeah. That Tony. So yeah, I basically married the female equivalent of my father. I have a phrase that makes me cringe to this day, and it's, honey, I need your help for a minute. And I say, no, I don't do that, look. Tony Hawk, Johnny Lawrence. She goes, no, but your bank account doesn't say the same thing as theirs. So I need your help, we're going to hand dig this well. Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't hear, yeah. Now I'm stuck on her again. She doesn't like to hear the word no. And I said no for 5 years to getting a dog. Well, we had a dog when we got together. He was my dog at first. Then she moved in. He became her dog. One day we walked in the door, and he came running up to me like he always did, said, out of the way, Dick, and jumped lovingly into her arms. But except for the Manson stuff, she really is a better person than me. It's a small something to overlook.
You still married?
Yeah, oh my God. Right? I'm still married, you know, and still, I'm like, I mean, you all, the Manson family, you know, they had, did you give me the light? How long have I been up here?
You sound like me.
You're lying. All right, Manson family. Yeah, they murdered Sharon Tate, Wojciech Fryczowski. Do you know about Wojciech Fryczowski? Oh, yeah. No, oh my God, you know about everything.
I know.
No, I mean, no, I don't want to know about Wojciech Fryczowski, but I know he was murdered. It was on Cielo. All right, anyway, enough Manson stuff. Enough. And never enough Manson stuff.
Right.
I said, we're going to get a dog. Or I said, no, we're not getting a dog. She said, okay, meet me at the no-kill shelter, which is, you know, where they never put a dog down. And if you go to Free Dog Day at the no-kill shelter, you're going to get a very, very poorly behaved dog, I found out. He ate the inside of my car. And when I say ate, I mean ate. The headrest, the phone, the metal springs. And you hear about these people, oh, Fluffy ate a tennis ball. He has had surgery. I'm like, let me just give him a little watch. No bloat. He didn't even pass it. I don't know if he digested it or now he's part seat. Yeah. She also, how much time do I have left? 1 minute. All right, we'll live with this. So she made a koi, not even a koi pond, a goldfish pond. And we put like 12 goldfish in. And so a couple days later, you know, I'd been going to fill up the dog's water dish. And it's always full. I'm like, all right, you know, again, this dog's part seat. Maybe he doesn't need the drink. All of a sudden, the goldfish pond is down to like this much. One fish left. I'm looking around thinking there's hawks or, you know, something doing it. And here comes the dog. Just comes out, looks up at me, goes right down. There goes the last fish. All right, I'm Will Cable. You can see me on Saturday Vloggers. At WILCABLK. And I actually make Tony Hawk appearances on Perry Caravel Live.
Oh, beautiful! You see that little hidden talent you had there you didn't tell us?
I've told you every week.
I haven't been here in a month of Sundays, baby. Can't you tell by my white roots that we're not talking about the Swedes? We're talking about comedy that comes in little packages. Let's give it up for Big Nick. Come on, everybody, Nicholas!
Blow your hands up.
Hello. Hello. Hi to everyone. Hi. Hairdresser. Hi. Sir, man in the back. Alright, I have several things to talk about and I have to address. Patty, if we had a throuple and you fell asleep, I'm fucking over you. I'm just letting you know. I'm looking at you, I'm doing shit to wake you up. And when you wake up, I'm gonna be stroking, staring you in your eyes. Just look, you were here for this, and nigga, you gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna wake up. Sorry. I apologize. You gonna participate, nigga. You gonna sit there and sleep? Fuck that. We gonna sleep at the same time. Alright? It's over when it's over, nigga. What's the nuts? Alright, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize. Hello, Ine. How are you? Just a little sexy 90s producer in this bitch. This nigga's album is gonna be hot. Well, you got it, sir. I'm just saying. Look, we could go places, you just shut the fuck up, and I shut the fuck up, we gonna get everything. Look, I just need to go to Ross. Give me something new. We're gonna be straight. We're gonna be just fine. We just shut the fuck up. Why are you doing this? Shut up. Let her do it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry. There was something else. I can't remember. Oh, you put the jacket on. That's why I couldn't remember. Hi. How are you? I'm sorry. Mijo, is it okay if I talk about your thighs? Sure. Okay. I don't know what's going on with the Asian women and the thighs and the ass and all that. Y'all supposed to be little. I don't have a problem with it. That shit's wonderful. Right? I'm just saying. We can have beverages. Talk about the similarities. You know, the dating pool. Fuck, I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I can't explain that to you. We can talk about that off camera. I feel I can't be rich. I really, I think I need to be broke. Because you can get a lot of hoes with a little bit of extra money. I can put a ticket on Southwest 3 months ahead. I can have 10 tickets on Southwest 3 months ahead. You know what I mean? For like $800. Nigga, I don't have $800 like you was saying, but if I had an extra $800, nigga had an extra $1 million. Oh, the bitches. Oh my God. I didn't mean, no, not you, or I'm not talking about women as bitches. I'm just saying, you know, in my heart, I don't mean it. Look, I love everybody. All right? I'm not trying to be rude. I'm not backpedaling, but look, Miho was, when I turned around, Miho was like this.
Oh! That's because you just try to hook up with her.
No! Oh. Y'all better stop it. I ain't trying to fuck. If I was trying to fuck, none of y'all would know. I just want to look. It's a private area, you know. I don't want people. Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Talk to me.
I was a young man. All right, and they had this young lady, and she wasn't horribly unattractive, but she wasn't like you know. And they had this thing. I lived in Houma, Louisiana. They had this downtown on the bayou thing, and it was white people in the streets, peppered Negroes in, you know. So I met a young lady, and she was like, oh, I had this car called the Booker. It was a 1979 Monte Carlo. It was sexy as fuck, right? She came ride with me, and we went to, it was me, a male friend, his female friend, and this young lady that I just met, and I'm only 16, 17, right? We go to a park in a white neighborhood. Like, after dark. They ain't got no lights on. He just disappeared as soon as we get there. He dipped. He fucking, I already know what he's doing. He's fucking somewhere, right? So this lady I don't know, you know, that's not horribly unattractive, horribly, you know, somehow she ended up tooted up on a slide, right? And I didn't know I was there to fuck. Like, I'm still a fat kid at this time, right? So I didn't take it like, oh, we're going on a ride. I was like, bitch, we're gonna go to a playground at night? Wow, it's fun. And she was just like, and I was like, oh shit, it's going down. We got houses right there. Like, I don't know if I can do this, you know? And I faked it. All right? I faked it. I fingered the fuck out of her. Like this. All right? I'm telling y'all this now. All right? I had the ass jiggling and everything. With my fingers. I was killing it. I was like, yeah. And she's on a slide, right? 2 weeks later, I'm walking in the mall. After fake fucking. Wow. And she with her crew of horrible bitches. Woo! And I see them walking towards me. And all these horrible bitches got this smile on their face. And I'm like, what did she tell these people? And I didn't understand it at that time. You know, I finger fucked myself into a wonderful time, but I didn't do it. I felt uncomfortable, right? I didn't like how they were looking at me. I didn't like that this bitch wouldn't tell everybody. Like, oh, he got some dick. Nigga, that was my fingers. All right? I don't know how to explain that. That's not something you can explain to them. Y'all trying to get finger fucked? I'm not about that fucking. Especially in the middle of the night on a slide in a white neighborhood. But I'll finger fuck the fuck out of you, homie. So, I don't know. So, I apologize. I don't, you know, it's no disrespect. It's fucked up, man. You got some. All right. I don't even want to say this because I get in trouble for that shit. I ain't gonna say it. I don't feel like fighting about that shit later. I don't got time. I'm finding that I don't have time for things. You understand what I mean? There's some shit just ain't working. I want to say some shit. Do I want to fight about it later? Do I have enough weed? I can't smoke inside, so no. I can argue and smoke a blunt. That shit's awesome. Nigga will sit there and fuck you say, okay. You gonna hit that? Okay. And after like 2 or 3 rounds, they ain't no more arguing because she lost what the fuck she saying. Bitches laughing and happy. You know, like, you want me to cook you something? I got you. Cook you a pizza from scratch, bitch. You like that? Just 3 cups of flour, a little bit of yeast, oil, water. Oh! That's fantastic! Why was I mad? I was mad. Bitch, what? So, it's no offense, you know, and you do have Wonder Woman vibes, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. I like that shit. You tall as fuck. We can sell our children. I'm just saying, you talking about procreation. These niggas would be the first round pick in every sports league, in every military. Ooh, look at him. We could blend him in anywhere. Okay. So yeah, I'm Nick. Y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Oh, what a great night. I'm so glad I came in. I'm so, yes, of course. Always. Because we're in. How do you know we're in? Because we got the comedy of Colin. Let's do it, Colin. Hey, guys, what are you looking for? A fucking piece of crack?
No,
just
piece of crack.
Thank you. Hey, let's give it up for Colin.
You can call me whatever you want.
Shannon?
Yeah.
I didn't see any of that.
You totally look like Whitney Houston in that 80s video where she wants to dance.
I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah, you totally look like that.
I want to know some feet.
That's awesome.
I have to say to Monica, I went to the kibitz room, the cantors, for the first time this week, and I did so bad. I was so nervous. I talk like an auctioneer. I was like, it's like the stage and the lights, and then it's like 40 feet, it seems like, until the people. So you just look like you're speaking into an abyss. Yeah, it smells weird. There's a lot of. I'm gonna try to go back one day, but yeah, this morning I got up. I was like, I'm never gonna do it again. And this morning, it was like I have no friends or something.
We love
Come back here. Thank you.
Thank
you. You guys are all great. Yay! No, you guys are all awesome. I have to say 7-Eleven because everyone's been talking about it. I do eat there every day. It is terrible. It's terrible. Buying sushi though at 7-Eleven is kind of like buying magic mushrooms. Like, you like go on a magical trip. Also, you sound like the R. Kelly of dogs. Patty, student loans, you don't have to pay. I asked. I said, if I don't pay, could you ever put me in jail? And they said no, and I just hung up. Yeah. They knew what they were getting into, and they gave me that money. I went to film school. Who gives people like that? Banks are stupid. Yeah, so I just wrote down some couple of things. I do Uber Eats, like on my little motorcycle. So I just tried to think of things today while I was going around. Steroids. They say steroids are not allowed in sports because you get stronger and you do this stuff. As I get older, I just want to do steroids normally. If anyone knows where to buy them, I don't know. Only the jocks know where to get them. I went to LA Fitness and just asked, and they said no and told me to leave. Yeah, I don't even know that much here. Let me see here. Yeah, you guys are just so funny. Oh, Hustler's Mindset. The Instagram. I read it all the time to get inspirational quotes. I follow accounts, but I do. I guess because it's in Santa Monica, the only people who can afford to live there, I deliver to a lot of old folks' homes. And there's no like inspirational calendars or inspirational posters for old people, I guess, because they're gonna die. But if there were, I thought there could be some like, hang in there, it's almost over. Just do it slowly. Can cows be lactose intolerant? I don't know. Reverse mortgage. Someone was talking about reverse mortgage. Today I went to McDonald's instead of 7-Eleven for lunch today. I mixed it up a little bit. But there is a labor shortage and no one can figure it out. Like, they can't crack it. I think because robots would be too expensive, but in the future, if you could figure out zombies, like so when you die, if they could put like a microchip in your brain and bring that back to life and have that work at fast food, that would be cheaper than robots and scalable, and you could still do reverse mortgage on people. Like, you could just sell the rights to your body to McDonald's and be like, when I die, then you get my body for eternity in just your zombie mode, doing fries, but you get like 100,000 right now. I think that would be awesome. If I was president, that's what I would. Also, LASIK they have it for eyes, but for, probably right now you can smell it, but for breath. As I get older, it's just constantly, yeah, it's like a haunted house. I'm just like, it smells terrible. That's all I have. This was awesome though. You guys are all so fun. Thank you guys.
Let me tell you something. There's one person in this room that knows that this place has changed at least maybe 100 times, and that's you, Bob D. I love you. And can you believe this? Like cocaine, the same price after all these years. Let's give it up for Bob D! He's the one and only me, Bob D!
Listen, I'm serious about this. If anybody under 50 can film me, and I'll write a check. It's been filmed. Oh, is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then we get on with my set then. What am I talking about? I'm getting older. We're going to get to that point. If y'all notice my Android ding and all that over there, I brought my tripod and everything. I figured, I'm going to tape myself tonight, right? Well, then the fucking thing starts going ding, ding, and all my friends are... All right, so, I'm crossing the street on Olympic the other day, and he was 500 pounds if he was an ounce. 500-pound black dude crossing the street, homeless black dude, and he goes, man, I like that lily white ass. Swear to God. I still got it. These jeans are a pair from 1987 that I've saved. That's why they're holes. I mean, where else would I wear these? But I still got it, right? Yeah. Suckers. Shit, man. These are my fat waging pants. And 6 months ago, I put them on to see if my, But yeah, that's it. I got something to say to y'all. I am white, I'm Christian, I'm gay. I smoke cigarettes inside my home. I eat red meat. I voted for Trump. I don't have a fake handicap placard in my car, a fake service dog in my purse, and I live in Los Angeles. I'm the fucking minority. And what I'm going to get to about right now is that I don't give a shit what anybody thinks about what I say anymore. I got arrested 6 weeks ago for domestic violence. What? Yeah, I know. White man of privilege, right? Fuck that shit. Our swimming pool didn't have a diving board. Nobody has idea how hard I had growing up, but I got arrested. Really, I don't even know if you should laugh or not, because it was so absurd that I figured I'd, not talk about it, but I have to talk about it because it's fucking comedy. And if anybody Suna Kruquist told me years ago, she goes, you can say anything except the N-word because it's, and rightfully so. But you can say anything on stage but that word because everything is comedy, okay? And then COVID comes along and we're out and all this and woke and shit. And I swear, I was sitting at home going, I haven't been on stage so long, I'm wondering what the fuck can I say? And then I come back to this room and I'm so fucking inspired by young and old you. I'm 3 years younger than you, and you look 20 years younger. How do you do it? I thought about sculpting my beard down my neck just to piss people off. Did you hear what I just said? I got arrested 6 weeks ago. Okay, let me tell you what happened, okay? Because it's important. White privilege, my ass. I'm gay, right? I'm a bear. Oh, you want to see a cocaine-addicted bear? You don't know nothing about real cocaine, ecstasy, pot. I was a bartender in Miami in the 80s. Whole nother story right there. So anyway, I've got a lover, my domestic partner. He looks like fucking Fidel Castro. He's got a beard down here. He's a great guy. But he was in a horrible accident. That backstory is important. He was in a horrible accident, and his back is really fucked up. And he's in chronic pain all the time. He's never been a drinker. He's not a drinker. Every now and then when the pain gets really bad, he'll have a drink. And he's one of those people. Oh, look, my zipper's down, too. Good thing it wasn't in jail. So anyway, the point is that he had a couple drinks because when he's in that much pain, we're going to see a new surgeon next week. Prayers. But he'll have a couple drinks, but he's one of those people we all know. These guys, they're happy for about an hour, and then boom, they turn into somebody else. So anyway, I'm getting to go to my new Beverly Hills job that I just got. I'll tell you all about that. Oh, I've got to throw this in before I forget. I'm working in this boutique hotel. I'm working my way into. I've been a bartender for 42 years. I'm working my way into night shifts, but I got to do room service in the morning. It's part of the training, right? So today I go into this room and this guy, and I know he was an exhibitionist. I mean, I've seen everything. Okay, I fucked black women, black men, white women, white men, Asian. And and you straight guys don't knock until you try it. Anyway, because that's another thing now too. Straight guys will figure up the butt, please. Where was I? Oh yeah, about getting arrested. Oh no, the guy in the hotel. So I carried the room service tray up at 7 o'clock this morning, and the guy, he's like, just a minute, and he opens the door, his pants are open like this, and he's got a fucking hard on like this, and he's turning sideways, and he's just squinting at me like this, and I was like, sir, I've seen it all. I said, I am not stimulated, nor am I offended. Just put double tip. So anyway, yeah, so I get arrested, right? The deal is, my boyfriend, like we're in public, I'm like, hey, baby, and then I go, I mean, buddy. Because I'm the kind of queer that hates fags. Right? It's just, I don't care what anybody, this whole fucking Budweiser, the transvestite, please. Budweiser stopped up 14 points I was reading this afternoon, as well it should. Come on. It's just stupid. Anyway, woke. I guess I'm not woke. So he had a couple drinks, his back was hurting. I'm getting ready to go to this job interview. And he's like, fuck you, man. And I'm like, oh, come on, man, blah, blah, blah. So, and we live in this great little building. All the neighbors know. Well, we're a couple. We fight. The same shit that you hear. He's like, you're out there sucking dicks, man. I'm like, no, I'm not. Blah, blah. Well, and our neighbors are cool. We live in this cool building. Everybody fights. Somebody called the fucking cops. All right? Somebody called the cops. And I'm walking outside. I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, we'll talk later.
Because when I get home, he's going to be like, oh, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I said all that shit, you know? Like that guy, can you please tell me why my car's a fringer? Man, I'm letting it all out tonight. Listening. Because I do start therapy next week as well. Hello, and couple therapy. At any rate, so I'm walking down the stairs in my $500 suit, looking respectable. Of course, the suit's 15 years old. Because who wears a suit? And there's like 10 cops in the driveway. You wonder where I'm like, and I started laughing. I'm like, because I know, because you can hear it, right? And I'm like, oh my God, and I'm talking to the cops. And actually, they were very nice and respectable. I mean, they didn't give, well, I guess because I'm white, I don't know, in the suburbs in Santa Monica. Well, anyway, so they're talking to I don't want to say my partner's name, Dennis. Yes, he's a great guy. Anyway, so they're talking to him, they're talking to me, they're talking to my respectable neighbors, and my neighbors are like, they're swell people. They just had a friggin' fight. Well, anyway, then the main guy, the shift commander, shows up, and thank you fucking O.J. Simpson, because if you didn't know this, whether you're guilty or not, they have to take somebody away. And they literally said, well, it's up to you guys. We have to take somebody. And I'm not going to send my fucking crippled boyfriend, you know, buddy, to jail. So here I am in my $500 suit, late for my job interview, and they're putting me in the cuffs. And I was in cuffs once, twice, but, you know, seriously. And then they took me to the west side. Then they take me downtown. And, I mean, there was this black guy who, when I don't know if has anybody ever been locked up downtown before? Yeah. Okay, you know what it's like. They take you into the thing, and then they handcuff you to the rail. And there was this black guy that he was screaming for 45 minutes, police brutality, you're white, blah, blah, blah. And the Hispanic officer was just standing there not saying anything. And I literally said, he wouldn't stop. Yeah, da, 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 da. And I said, will you please uncuff me so I can beat him up? I did. And the cop was like, that's, oh, yes, honey. So the whole point about it is, I get arrested for domestic violence. So now, I don't give a shit. Oh, anyway, go to court last week, right? They don't even look at it. They go, why are you here? I didn't even see a judge. Like, why are you here? And like, that's what I said. Now I got to pay my friend back the $3,500 for bail. I'm not done yet. Hey! I'm kidding. I'll wrap it up. Yeah, this is true, too. You guys, oh my God, I have so much to say. Our fucking cell phones, all right? I know one phone number. My friend Nancy. She's my auto broker and friend. I'm thinking, I don't know anybody's. I know Nancy's. Like, she gets a call. She's like, it says LA County Jail. She's like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, it's jail. And you're the only phone number I can remember. So anyway. And then they threw it out. So now I owe my friend of white privilege $3,500 for the bail. Yep. Right? So the whole point of all this is that I'm not afraid of cancel culture. I'm not afraid of woke. 61% of Americans, whatever side you're on, are afraid to say anything because they figure they're going to get canceled, right? Mm-hmm. And I said I voted for Trump. I did. And I wasn't afraid to say it before. I just don't bring politics into my act. Right. And the only reason why I voted for Trump, well, one of the main reasons, is because I thought he was the better of two. Because I'm a Democrat. Mm-hmm. But everybody kept splitting. And look at this. Has anybody seen Joe Biden? Why is it 3 years, 3 years ago, all the jokes were about Trump and white people. But it was all about Trump. Everything on social media. Trump, he sucks, he's so stupid and all that. Well, yeah, he was an embarrassment in a lot of ways. But I mean, okay, don't get me started on that. Except, you guys, I love you. I'll be done in just a second, I swear. But, and this, oh yeah, that's why I said I'm not even afraid to tell anybody I voted for Trump. All right, yeah, the guy is a total dick. He's a total dick, but at least, because, oh yeah, this was my point. While we fucking make fun of them, I mean, bitch about them, they're why woke, white privilege, repression, blah, blah, blah. The Chinese are buying us out. Mm. So I'm going to be, actually moving to Thailand for real. It's a whole other story. And I wrote it down on here, and my mother rolled over in the grave because I spelled it with a Y, Thailand. But anyway, that's what I love y'all. Listen, when I come here, you guys are an inspiration. You see me writing shit down, I'm not stealing your material, I swear. You're making my cogs turn. Bob Dean 2971 on Instagram. The Bob Dean Show on iHeartRadio, iTunes, and Stitcher is coming back after a hiatus because of COVID. And I thank you for listening. I love y'all very much. I love you too. And you look like a fucking $1,000,000.
Oh, no, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Not unless
I would've told you.
listen, you would have told me. That's true. But you know who can make me look like $1,000,000? Just for 3 minutes. Can you come up here? Give it up for Taja Counts. 2 seconds. Just say hi. Come on, Taja. Taja. Come on.
You're bag ladied up.
You're not bag ladied up. Guys, you don't even know who you're dealing with over here. She's the best. You need makeup for I'm talking about men. You need to have somebody that can do your hair for pictures. You need somebody that can be a barber. Let's give it up for Taja Counts. Hey, the Jews can't whisper. Bobby Dean, do not talk. Someone's on stage.
First off, no, I'm not a comedian by far. Like, I commend, this is the hardest thing to do, to get up here and just start talking. Lord, why you do this to me? And I just want to say, I want to apologize. I know it's rude having the phone out, but I was over there texting away because on my way coming here, I was talking to my neighbor. You know, I try to make friends with my neighbor. I live in Mexico. You know, I'm the only black person in my neighborhood. So I try to make friends. I'm trying to learn a little Spanish. See the little kids. I'm like, hey, Ariana. Talking to everybody. And little Ariana took her little scooter and rammed it into my fucking car.
Whoa.
And it looked at me.
Didn't.
Oh, yes, the fuck she did. And I looked at her. And I looked at her mom. And she saw my face. And she got scared. And she went like this on the wall. I said, I fucking just got this car fixed! I just got this car fixed! You took the shit and rammed it into my fucking Audi? Right.
Ooh.
The jersey came out.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. Calm down, simmer down. She's fine. So I popped the trunk. I'm a car person. I got the towel. I'm out there fucking buffing it. Trying to rub my finger on it to make sure the grooves. And the mom is looking at me, and then the son is looking at me. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's gay. I'm so sorry. I don't know much about cars. But when I get paid, I can give you $100. You just insulted me. Like, really. I just got the bumpers repaired on this shit. Was $12,000. Yeah. And you just fucking banged my car with a scooter? $100? What am I doing $100? I don't even fill up the tank. And I just looked at him. I said, I'm going to go see my friend. You guys have a blessed evening. Keep it cute. Because I still got to park that bitch when I get home. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh. And he's like, I always wonder, when I see the car, it has a car cover on it, so I figured it was a really nice car. Just took the car cover off of it, and bang.
See that?
So, you know, I was kind of over there doing a little text war with my mom, going back and forth, and she's like, read the book of Job. Ma'am, what is that? What is that? So I'm gonna Google it. So I'm over there Googling books. I'm like, did she just get religious with me? We're not religious. So I'm like, what is she talking about? Like, what scripture is this? I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, I believe. Dear God, please don't try me, because every time 11:11 comes, I say a prayer.
Okay.
Or 111 and 444. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. But I was like, what is she talking about? The book of Job. I was like, oh, that's not. I put the book Job. I go the job. Like, what is the book Job? Like, I thought the book was actually called like Job. Like
Job. The book of Job.
Oops. There you have it. So I was having a whole Google lesson over there, trying to figure it the fuck out, to bring myself back down from jumping outside of my body from a fucking 5-year-old banging into my fucking car. Because now at this point I'm like, I need a driveway. Dear Lord, what is this strike? I don't know what's going on right now in Hollywood. I think LA is not for me anymore. You know, I think it's time to transition. So now I'm going to read the book of Job. Get me centered. You know what I'm saying? And heal me so I won't choke the little bitch. And where can I find you? I am not a comedian. I'm just telling you my little story.
Yes, you are.
high fucking nerves too. But it pays the bills.
That's right. I love you, Tasha.
I love you too.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Right? Listen, this talk show is on the go. It's the wrong show, but that's okay. This talk show's on the go. We're on the go. I forgot what show we were doing. Thank you for coming out to the Comedy Store. Thank you for coming to Laugh. I'm kidding, guys. If you love us, let us know at laschoolofcomedy.com. Thank you, Monica, for managing this whole thing. And we are out. And, of course, Samantha, our concierge. And where's your clothes? It's cold outside, baby.
They going out. He ain't going home and do no paper. They going out.